Canadian bear. I'm a Canadian bear. We're harmless Canadian bears. I'm a Canadian bear. I'm a Canadian bear.
Oh my goodness, what is up, everyone? Welcome to Geeks and Gamers. Tuesday night's main event. It's looking a little bit different. Jeremy's not here. Ryan's not here. Jay's not here. Ripa's not here. And Malcolm's not here, of course. But at least Mike was on time tonight. Epic Meek. What the hell is going on, brother?
Yeah, I'm only on time because we started late, so I just want to go on record as saying I was trying to be late to keep up the stereotypes, and they started late, so it ruined my record of showing up late. So, yeah, if we're all on BP time, then we're just on regular time. But I'm glad to be here. Excited. There's no Jeremy, so the stream should be considerably less homosexual. We do have Ben to kind of keep balancing things out. Yeah. We have Savvy and Ben here to kind of balance things, but I feel like we've been getting a little bit too heavy in the gay territory. Okay, just going on record as saying that.
What the fuck? Craig also wears glasses. Sorry.
Yeah.
Occasionally.
He needs to see. We also, I just want to point out, you know, that a certain somebody that I just mentioned, a certain gay streamer is streaming against us currently.
What's that all about, man?
Yeah, imagine being so successful that you start streaming against your own channels.
Yeah,
like,
listen.
What an asshole.
I'm going to tell you right now, Mike, I'm sorry to cut you off. 2 weeks ago.
What?
He railed into me. Because all I was doing, I don't even remember what my stream was about.
Is Greg frozen for anybody else?
No. Are you serious?
Beardo, no, he's cut for me. Promo.
He's frozen.
No. I'm good.
He's not?
I'm good.
He was cutting a promo. You just cut him off in the middle of his promo.
That's
Go
okay,
ahead, Craig.
What are we doing?
Sorry, Craig.
Craig,
what are we He's frozen on my screen.
Let's do it.
No, look what you did. You make Craig sad.
Craig, come back.
Looks like Beardo
Craig,
just lost his sponsorship.
My bad. Craig was totally frozen on my screen.
Oh, man.
That's your fault.
You called him
Nobody
frozen.
else is.
Beardo already messed it up, bro.
Where's
the
Krog?
chat's already calling for Beardo to get kicked. Hey, we got Dan Vask here. What's going on, Dan?
Hey, Dan Vask eating a banana.
Bro, come on, man. What are you doing, Dan? Not right now.
ASMR.
Don't you like banana?
Not in the middle of talking about Jeremy being gay, bro. What are you doing?
Oh, sorry.
Oh, my God. It's like
we established bro science. We established on bro science how heterosexual men are supposed to eat bananas, right? Like this.
Correct. That is the high tea way to eat a banana.
Yeah, but that's not how you were eating it behind your mic. I saw you. You were like, and I'm like,
hey,
it's way too much of it. Craig,
it's tiresome to be an alpha all the time. Okay.
Yeah. Well, that's weird.
Sounds like beta language.
Yeah. Wash your feet.
Stuttering Craig.
He's here. It's okay, Beardo. I got this. Because you don't know if anybody's frozen or not. So he may be talking, and you're just like,
we apologize for making you sad.
I'm sorry, Craig.
Can I talk?
I saw you.
Beardo, am I allowed to talk?
Everybody say sorry to Craig.
Sorry. No, I don't need everybody. I need Beardo. Just need Beardo. That's it.
Yeah, I was hyping him up, man.
All right, look, this is what we got. Here's the thing.
Come on.
2 weeks ago, two stinking weeks ago, Jeremy, a.k.a. D-Day Cobra, starts railing on me because he decides to switch Tuesday night's main event a couple hours early, right? And here I am thinking it's the regular old time. So I do a stream on the Side Scrollers channel, right? Here we go. Getting ready to go.
So it was an accident.
Yes, it was an accident. I certainly wouldn't mean to stream. I certainly, of all things.
Nobody of decent intentions would do that, right?
Of course not, Dan.
No decent person would do that. Yeah.
Which leads us to Jeremy laying in to me. I mean, I'm talking pointing fingers, middle fingers all over the place, just telling me what a horrible person I am, making me feel tiny, like I'm 6 inches tall. And guess what? 1 week later.
1 week.
1 week later, he leaves mid-show to start to stream against his own show here on Geeks and Gamers. And now What 1 week after that, he doesn't even bother to show up. And his start time for his stream is at the exact same time
The exact same time.
that he
Come on.
moved the show up from. So he wouldn't have these things.
Jeremy
And
hates
you-
Geeks and Gamers.
Yeah.
He joined the haters.
Clearly.
Jeremy is apparently not affiliated with Geeks and Gamers.
Jeremy is not affiliated. He's not affiliated. We don't give in to hate, and he's not affiliated.
What a mess. Hey,
anyways,
we all. Yeah.
I'm glad to be here. Listen, if we could all get past D-Day Cobra's just absolute treachery and his ability to turn back on his own brand, that'd be great. Appreciate that. So, yeah, glad to be here.
Madam
We also
Savvy.
have Madam Savvy. Yeah.
Hi. I have abandonment issues, so I'm really upset too.
Look at that. Look what Jeremy did.
Yeah. Look what you've done, Jeremy.
Unbelievable.
Made Savvy sad.
Jeremy told us he needed to go out for a carton of smokes, and he's never come back.
I'm sorry we're not good enough, Jeremy. I'm sorry.
No.
I wonder how sad Ben
Yeah.
is. Ben, how sad are you that Jeremy's not here?
Yeah.
I mean, not really.
Who cares, right?
Shut up,
Ben's
Ben.
pretty sad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
Quiet.
Oh, Savvy already just done. She's just done with Ben. Oh, she's just
Hey.
over it.
I see Coalia in there says starting fun for Craig to take over G&G. Don't give it to G&G. Give it to me.
Hey.
So, don't give it to Jeremy. Don't give Jeremy your money.
Yeah, that makes no sense.
Don't do that. Give it to me. Go to the Side Scrollers channel and do that.
Send Jeremy enough money that he just lets just happen. Why did we switch
Well,
over
we're
to the
blue
Cobra Cast?
now.
Jeremy
Well,
did this.
Oh, we're Cobra Cast now.
Jeremy did do that.
Jeremy did that.
Is he in the back end?
What a
He probably
must
is
be.
in the back end, messing
Oh,
it all
look, there's
up.
Steph.
what an
What's up,
asshole.
everybody?
Hey,
What
Steph.
a jerk,
Hey,
bro.
How
Steph.
you doing?
Hi, Steph.
Hi, Steph.
Hi.
Oh my
And
god.
Like
then
how
to
we got
start off
Tuesday.
the
Just
show.
ignored.
Happy
Yeah.
Acolyte Day.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, my condolences.
We're going to get
Yeah.
into that.
I'm so
sure
excited for
later.
the best show of the year.
Are you kidding? It's
Oh,
the
yeah, we also-
season finale. How can you not be excited?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So
excited it's over. You don't need to watch it anymore.
Hey, Steph, I like your hat.
Thank you very much.
I'm actually
Yeah.
excited to see how bad it is. Like Jay always says, just make it as worse as possible.
Yeah,
Make it
as bad
horrible.
as possible.
I want
Do
them. I
you-
want them to bring Yoda in there, and I want the bald green bitch and May and Osha to absolutely just woman-splain to Yoda about Force is female. Just do it all.
Just
Yeah,
make Yoda
100%.
gay, man. Master gay Yoda.
You might as well at this point, you know?
We talked about this a little bit on Daily. Somebody posted that they know the leaks from this episode, and they said that if you thought Kiadi Mundi was bad, there's like, just get ready.
Keanu
so
Monday.
I think it's going to
Keanu
get a lot worse.
Monday.
I'm ready.
Kiadi Mundi.
I love me some
Keanu
Keanu Mondays.
Monday.
Kiadi
Monday?
Mundi. I mean,
Keanu
like, it's,
Monday.
Oh, so Keanu Monday.
Yes. Keanu Monday.
Love me some
it's
Keanu
like
Mondays.
talking to two illiterate children.
Tonberry Master with the
Who's that?
$100
Says
to
nothing.
start off the stream. Says nothing.
Nothing. Just
Absolutely
dropped it and walked
nothing.
out. Just pulls it out in front of everybody. We all went, "Oh my god!" And then he walked out.
Put it inside our pants, smacked us, and leaves.
Yeah, smacked us right on the ass and walked out.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's nothing to do.
Unbelievable.
We also have Benology here.
Craig, you're muted.
Come on, guys. I'm here on screen.
Oh, fuck.
What's happening?
I was-
Greg's
I was
been
just doing-
declaiming
Can
the
we just
most
mute
beautiful
Ben?
poetry for 5 minutes
Yeah.
and nobody heard it.
Can we just kick Ben?
I would like to just appeal to the court of public opinion. So my husband brought me dinner, which is a super, super sweet and wonderful thing. But this is my dinner apparently.
Is that
What
Popeyes?
is it?
What's
That's
that?
Popeyes.
Just
Is that a
no,
chicken wing?
it's not Popeyes. Yeah, these are supposed to be little chicken wings. So
Is
I
it
got
dead
a baby
squirrel?
chicken.
Oh,
Why are they all stuck together? It's like mutated.
Ugh.
It does look
No.
like a dead squirrel.
It's like a Fallout. It's like Fallout chicken.
But I just want to say it's a little like I do eat less than my husband. He's 6'9", but I don't eat this little bit. so-
6'9"?
That is tall.
Yeah,
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense
6'9".
actually.
How tall are
Sammy?
you?
I'm 5'4" on a good
Holy
day.
Savvy's-
crap.
Yeah.
Okay, I see what's
Listen.
going on there.
That's
I'm gonna
exactly
say
what's happening.
6'9".
I'm gonna
I
say
see
it.
what's
I'm gonna
going on
confirm what we're all thinking here. Savvy's
Yeah.
a size queen. She was like, "He's tall. I like it. This is good."
Dang, that is
So-
really tall.
Yeah, no, I actually was, but the guys I dated previously were not tall. You know, I gave them a chance. I gave shorter men a chance, and I was never happy. So then I turned to my friend and I said, I don't want an American, and I want someone tall. Everything else is irrelevant. And she goes, oh, I know one. And I'm like, oh, I'm going to marry him. And sure enough, I did.
Where's he from?
You spoke it into
He's from
existence.
Germany.
Germany.
Ooh,
Yeah, he's
a
not
tall
an American
German.
citizen. Yeah, he's not an American citizen.
What color is his hair?
It is brown, but he has orange and white and light brown
Okay,
in
he's
his
not
beard.
blonde. That was
Does
what
he-
I was concerned about.
Does he have a mustache?
He has freckles.
Okay, he's
He's
just not
got
blonde.
the
Normal.
facial hair today, yeah.
That's
I
awesome.
was just,
Why do you
I'm
want to
just-
know if he has a mustache?
Yeah, are you?
Well,
into-
a lot of us,
you-
a lot of us have facial hair here.
Because he's
Mike-
German, isn't
me,
he?
Weirdo
Me,
heard
Mike,
German,
and Ben
he
have,
was
have
like-
the
There's
beard.
like he only matters if he's got facial hair.
Yeah,
Yeah.
facial hair
This
is
is
cool.
wild,
I mean, look
bro.
at Craig. Craig's rocking a goatee.
There
Yeah.
you go.
There you
Ben's
go.
the only one here without facial hair. It's kind of wild.
Anyway, chat now hates me because I
What?
gushed about my husband, so
Yeah,
sorry.
Ben's the only guy here without facial hair. So
Yeah, you're not allowed to do that. You're not allowed to do that.
You got to
So
keep
if you
him on
got-
the loop there. There we go. Go. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Yes.
Beardo, like you just punching into it.
All I was trying to do
Yeah.
was just talk, and you're just
Every
Beardo.
time Craig tries to talk, Beardo cuts him off.
Ridiculous. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry.
Is this
You know
what
what?
kind
I
of
for-
show we're running?
I forgot to mention we are live on Locals. So if
Yeah,
you are
see?
a local supporter,
Aha.
come and hang out over on Locals.
And
Can we
we're
get
on
it on
Kick
Rumble
as well.
We are
Give it
Not
up.
on Rumble, but we're
everybody.
on Twitter and on Kick.
Look at that. We're on
get
Twitter and Kick, guys. Go check
There
us
you
out
go.
over there if you want to. You don't have to though.
If you hate YouTube.
Yeah.
So there was a little bit of Gina Carano, Jack Black drama yesterday, the past few days, circulating around the attempted assassination on the 45th president of the United States. Geeks and Gamers with some coverage on this. Tenacious D, yesterday, let me just pull up the
Yeah, we
actual
might want to
video.
play that first. Yeah.
Yeah, let's play that first. Where's it at? I have it here somewhere. Here we go. All right. So yesterday, what's this guy's name? Kyle Gross.
Kyle
Kyle,
Goss.
oh my God, Kyle
What's his
Gass,
name?
Yeah.
I never knew the name of the other guy.
Who
Yeah,
cares?
so
Who
yes,
cares what
I
his
mean,
name is?
listen. Well, I
It's
mean,
the
I
other
think it's
guy.
kind of
He didn't care.
important.
He's the one that said it.
Yeah,
It's the other
thing
fat
is,
guy.
Yeah, the other
If you
fat
don't know
guy.
anything about Tenacious D is a band formed by Jack Black and Kyle Gass. They are the only two members. They have bandmates that do play with them, but they're the two founding members of Tenacious D. They've been around for like 2 decades, and we already knew that Jack Black is a staunch Biden supporter. We know that where he stands on the political spectrum. He's made many statements over the years. He made a statement like a month ago about where he stands and who he's supporting and endorsing, blah, blah, blah. That's not really important. Whatever. We're not surprised.
And that's
Hollywood
okay, by
guy
the way.
Leans left. Yeah. Hollywood guy
That's
leans
okay.
left. You know, water's wet. Surprise. The issue here is Kyle Gass was having his 64th birthday, I believe, and they decided to bring out a cake, and they then gave him his birthday
64
wish,
already.
and this is what his answer was.
Yeah, here you
Go
go.
ahead.
Don't miss Trump next time.
What a
All right.
fucking disgrace.
So
What
there
an
we go.
absolute disgrace.
Yeah, for those of you that couldn't hear it because he was mumbling because his 64-year-old body could barely talk anymore, he said, "Don't miss Trump next time." Obviously, that's in reference to what happened this weekend, and that didn't go very well.
Yeah, personally, I don't expect less from these people. It's like, yeah, Hollywood's gonna Hollywood. But what creeps me out the most is the people cheering, man. The people cheering
Yeah.
and applauding.
Yeah, and I mean, you could
That's the
hear
thing.
it almost felt like half-hearted too. Like
Well,
the
there was some
applause.
boos and stuff like that because here's the thing too. This is another important part of this. They were in Australia.
Yes.
They're not in America. They're not
Right.
in
Oh, really?
California. They're not reading their audience. They're so firmly entrenched in the political spectrum in their minds that even Australia, who doesn't care about they don't care about American politics. I mean, they have their own stuff to worry about. Now they're like, oh, okay, I guess that's a thing. Some of them probably didn't even know what happened. They don't watch American news, or they weren't paying attention to the news.
Oh, they know what was
here
going
you-
on.
you
They
know,
knew what was going on.
yeah, I mean, But it's like if you don't live in America, you assume everybody thinks about America. Some people don't really care. Like they just the political stuff, they're like whatever. So here he is throwing this out, and right after this happened, like I think the day after it happened, they had a Australian politician, I don't know exactly who it was, basically say that they wanted him deported. They wanted to kick him out of the country. They didn't want him there anymore. They felt uncomfortable. They thought, talking about political violence, advocating for it, and stuff like that. It's one thing to say, oh man, I wish blah, 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 or whatever, but it's another thing entirely to say next time, don't miss. Like, what do you're actively calling your audience, the people that are listening to you and your influence to say, if this happens again, don't mess up. And it's like
a big deal.
It's a big deal.
Can I ask you a question about Tenacious D?
Yeah.
A larger question, right? Like Tenacious D they had Wonder Boy. You remember that Wonder Boy, whatever it is, right? I'm not Jack Black. And that's it's like a fun little song, right?
Yeah.
But their bit is like it's kind of old, right? Especially like I know Jack Black is like this Hollywood guy, right? But I want to share my screen really quick, right? Their bit is like they're kind of like they're past their prime.
The rockers,
right? They're rockers, right?
It's like dead rock.
So this was them in the year 2001, right? It's funny at this time, right? It's funny. Okay. It's like, okay, yeah, you got this guy, kind of overweight guy. He's in this chainmail here. You got this overweight guy. He's hiding. He's bald over here. He clearly doesn't belong. The idea is that they're fish out of water. They clearly don't belong. Right. And then you have like this is funny, but at a certain age, it's no longer funny. And it's just kind of sad. Am I the only one who thinks that way? Or is like,
I think nowadays the value of Tenacious D is the nostalgia, right? The people who grew up listening to it, because as you said, the concept itself, people don't even, it doesn't even compute.
So Jack Black on social media addressed this. I was blindsided by what was said at the show on Sunday. I would never condone hate speech or encourage political violence in any form. Yeah, fucking right. After much reflection, I no longer feel it is appropriate to continue the Tenacious D tour, and all future creative plans are on hold. I am grateful to the fans for their support and understanding.
Yeah, before going to the Gina Carano stuff, what do we think of that? Do you guys think it's genuine? Do you guys think he's in damage control mode? What do we think?
This is 100% damage control.
I'll go ahead and give a non-political take, and it's something that somebody else said earlier as well. Most likely, he got a call from future venues, and they said, we don't want to deal with it because they have to have insurance. They have to have a certain level of security. Obviously, the statement that was made was polarizing and not in good taste. And so if you have an influx of individuals making phone calls or people who want to protest outside the venue, that costs money for the venue. The venue doesn't want to deal with that, especially if they are in a city where maybe they can't prepare for it. So there is a much higher chance that this is related to any sort of financial aspect of it than it is genuine, but that would just, again, be coming back to speculation.
It's like we're going to cancel ourselves first before we are canceled.
Yeah, well, and that's exactly the thing, because right after this, like he said in the statement, they decided to cancel their tour. Here's another thing that people don't, like maybe people that don't follow Tenacious D, they're getting ready to release a new album. So they're going on this tour to kind of hype up and build momentum for this new album they're going to be dropping.
Well, apparently that's on hold too, because he says all creative
plans are on hold. And this is likely because, like Savvy said, now they're going to be kind of untouchable for a hot minute by venues that don't want to deal with the political fallout and the political pressure that's going to be happening. If you have politicians in countries calling for you to be deported, they're talking to other countries that are saying, yo, I don't want to deal with this either. So, now they have to kind of lie low. I do think this is very much a PR statement. Yes. He was right there. But at the same time, I also think, like Savvy said, these calls happen quick. He probably got a call from his lawyers. He probably got a call from his PR people and said, yo, what are you guys doing? Like, you cannot let this slide right now, because they don't care about politics. They care about money, and this is going to cost them money now. So, and it's a lot of money. The other thing too is, and this is the other sad part of it, this doesn't just affect Kyle and Jack. This affects all the people that work behind the scenes of the tour. This affects all the venues that now have to cancel and find replacements. This affects anybody that works security, all of these things. Now, all of these people that were going to be working on the tour or planning on getting that money from the tour are not getting it because somebody wanted to be political about it instead of just letting go. Talk about it in your private life and privately, and be apolitical when you're outside working. You're at work, let it go.
Do
Mike,
you have
do you have Kyle's statement, Mike?
Right.
I will pull up Kyle's statement. Yeah, because he did make a
And-
statement as well.
And while Mike is
Can I say
pulling that
one
up,
thing too?
yeah.
Like this also looks really, really bad because like a whole month ago, Jack Black endorsed Biden publicly.
Yeah.
So this looks really bad on both of them, on Jack Black
Right.
and his singing and his partner. Like it looks terrible on both of them because he is saying these things about Biden's running, like about the person that he's running against.
Yep,
And
100%.
when I see any celebrities nowadays like going out of their way to support Biden and to just completely condemn Trump, they're hiding skeletons in the closet, man. They've been to a certain island before, and I think that there's a lot of fucking shit that they're hiding when they come out and they fully support Biden.
Well, I have a thing here, so go ahead and you want to pull this up. So this was Kyle Gass's response. The line I improvised on stage Sunday night in Sydney was highly inappropriate, dangerous, and a terrible mistake. I do not condone violence of any kind in any form against anyone. What happened was a tragedy, and I'm incredibly sorry for my severe lack of judgment. I profoundly apologize to those I've let down and truly regret any pain I've caused. We've seen statements like this in the past from actors and anybody that's ever faced any kind of backlash. That doesn't really sound particularly, it sounds very PR and very, curated.
ChatGPT.
Yeah, the
I
first
don't like
line is
that
weird.
he limited his replies on that. He's not allowing people that he insulted, right? That he's saying that he let down, reply back to that.
Yes.
I don't like that he's limiting replies.
Jack
Go
Black's
ahead, Savvy.
Instagram, all posts on Jack Black's Instagram are locked. You cannot post comments.
Yeah, he
there.
locked all the replies. Go ahead, Savvy. What were you going to say?
Oh no, I was just saying that first line is really weird. Like it just feels really unnatural. Like that's not a natural speech pattern. The line that I
ChatGPT, man.
improvised. Yeah, but even then, it doesn't even feel like ChatGPT because it was just strangely synthetic. Like it's distancing language.
It's almost like an attorney wrote it for him.
Yeah.
Well,
He's
they're
like,
both
I
distancing in that very
improvised.
first line because Jack Black says, I was blindsided, so I didn't realize it. And then he said, oh, the line was improvised. So they're both distancing themselves from what was said.
Yeah.
Jack Black kind of laughed. He was kind of. I can understand that there's some space for benefit of doubt there, where like
He
you
might have
just
been
heard
genuinely shocked and he didn't know how to react.
Yeah,
Right.
not knowing how to react. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
But
Well, the other thing is Kyle Gass has now since been dropped by his talent agency, which is a big deal. And the other part of the story, which is what we were going to talk about if you want to pull it back up, was Gina Carano had some things to say about this because if you didn't watch, which good on you for not watching season 3 of The Mandalorian, Jack Black has a cameo in that with Lizzo as like two wealthy politicians of a planet. So
fat
Gina
fucks.
Gina responded to that. I don't know if you want to read it, Peter. Go ahead.
Yeah, I can read it. By the way, what's up, Malcolm? Thank you for being
What's going
here.
on, Malcolm? Welcome. in.
yo,
What's up?
My man.
Fun stream. Yeah.
So, just talking about the whole Jack Black, Tenacious D, Gina stuff that happened in the past few days. So, Gina tweeted, would love Lucasfilm or Disney like to comment on one of their actors on The Mandalorian promoting and, at the very least, not backing down and calming the actual abhorrent rhetoric on stage about joking about the assassination attempt failing to kill President Trump, or is calling for peace between neighbors like I did, the only values you at Disney, Lucasfilm find abhorrent, and like making dangerous statements towards your female cast members to broadcast out to Hollywood press and world. Not this one though, right? Or last week, Mark Ruffalo's comment, or all the ones we have well documented before.
hell yeah.
Yeah, man.
Good on her for taking advantage of that, as she should, man, because it's blatantly two completely different standards.
Well, and she didn't end just right there. Sorry, Craig, go for it.
I was going to say, if there wasn't double standard, there'd be no standard at all. I think that's the phrase along here, and she nails it, right? She nails it in every way, shape, and form on this.
Yep, absolutely. And that's the thing, like, Gina, got fired for political stuff. We just recently we talked about this a little bit ago, Pedro Pascal dropping stuff. Like, there's been a lot of people that work for Disney that have been very political and much more egregious than anything that Gina has ever posted. And here we are, looking at this kind of stuff. And at the end of the day, it's just like, there is, like Craig said, there's a double standard there. And the fact that Disney isn't saying anything, I know Bob Iger released a statement, as far as what Disney believes, but, once again, not saying, hey, you know what, we're not going to work with these people anymore, or no, we don't want to deal with this anymore. I mean, it's kind of a mess, but it also makes Disney look bad. And I know Disney is scrambling because Disney cares a lot about their image. So believe it or not, they do. They have an entire room of lawyers and PR people going, this is a bad look for us. And they do talk about what should they do in this response. And I think silence is probably the worst thing that they could do for themselves right now. So,
one thing that's lost here is I'm sorry, Malcolm. We've talked a lot about, the different angles, the response to this. The one thing that hasn't really been talked about is the people we should probably feel most sorry for, feel horrible about, is just like the generic Tenacious D fan who had no interest in any of this stuff happening, who goes to the concerts, has a good time, wants to hear Wonder Boy, light a lighter and a doobie, and then go leave and then go have fun. And for them to be kind of thrust in, and the fans are not going to have an opportunity to see this. For all we know, this probably broke up the band of 30 years, because despite them distancing here, Jack Black has a reputation to uphold, and he has to voice Bowser, and he has to do all these, all this Hollywood stuff. So he can't be seen with this other guy at this point. So
does he not also have a voice acting role in the upcoming Borderlands?
Yeah,
he's playing
think
Claptrap.
so. Yeah.
Yes,
Jack Black?
Claptrap.
Yes.
Yep.
Oh.
Yep. And while he didn't say anything, and that is a thing, to give. I know people will not like that, but to give him the benefit of the doubt, he didn't specifically say it. It was his partner. But I do think, Craig, it makes a good point. We've seen these people throw each other under the bus many times before in Hollywood to protect their own image and stuff. Maybe Jack doesn't release a statement further than this, but the fact that they've canceled everything to do with Tenacious D right now creatively and as far as tours means he's definitely distancing himself, because Kyle doesn't really have a lot of projects outside of Tenacious D. That's kind of the biggest thing he's known for, and he's had some cameos and shows occasionally and stuff. But
he's the other guy on Tenacious D. Oh,
yes,
he's that other guy.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's literally just Jack Black and the kind of balding guy.
Exactly.
So we're just sort of like, oh yeah, that guy right there. But he's
and if it wasn't enough, Gina decided to respond further and specifically address Jack Black, and I thought that this was pretty interesting. So go ahead, Biro.
At Jack Black, a man was murdered protecting his family for a bullet meant for Trump, and it's funny to you, a family is left without a husband and a father, and you and your bandmates laugh and wish the bullet would have murdered Trump. Get a mirror and look in it and see who is looking back. Enjoy the privilege of keeping your jobs. They won't come for you when you're one of them, but once they've used you up, they will throw you away just like they have the rest of us. For what shall it profit a man if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul? Mark 8:36.
Hell yeah.
Gina always being a class act as usual. So
drove the knife in there. That was
she did.
That was a textbook assassination.
Yep. At the end of the day, like, man, just like people aren't coming to your concerts to hear about your politics, man. They want to come to your concerts and have fun and enjoy themselves, and especially purporting yourselves as like a rock band and stuff, which like Craig said, they are old, and they are a reflection of the old school rockers back in the day, and a lot of those guys very anti-government, very anti-establishment.
Absolutely.
And here you are,
that's what metal is all about.
Establishment. Absolutely, man. So yeah, it's kind of a mess, man. But in positive news, I just want to point this out. Okay, right now, I'm looking at numbers, okay? And I'm watching over on D-Day Cobra's channel.
I was gonna say that. I'm watching it too.
1.4 thousand people are watching. Good numbers.
Get fucked.
Congratulations.
Good
You know what
numbers.
we got over here on Geeks and Gamers?
Just on YouTube.
Just on YouTube. 1.9 thousand people are watching
Ah,
right
Let's
now.
go.
He tried to split us up, but at the end of the day, you guys are here for us, and we appreciate you for that.
Darn
Even
right.
All
Ben-
social media.
Even Ben
2.5K.
couldn't drive you away, okay?
No,
We're here.
Hey, I just want the chat to know, no matter what hate I get, I appreciate each and every one of you. Okay.
The numbers just dropped massively. We
That's
just lost
getting
like
a little
500
day
people.
again.
Yeah, we just lost like 500 people. Oh my god, dude, stop.
If I can interrupt Beardo for a second, I'd like to continue talking about this guy, Kyle Gass.
Poor Ben. I'm so
You
sorry,
know,
Ben.
I'll say this. I'm looking through his Wikipedia here, and he's primarily known as the other guy from Tenacious D, right? That's kind of his thing. In fact, in 2021, he actually attempted to launch his own solo show. And guess what? It failed before it even started. It did not see the
Could
light
have
of
seen
day.
this coming.
Yeah,
If I'm
Gass
being
announced-
honest too, like
Yeah.
I didn't actually know. Like I thought Tenacious D like was Jack Black.
There you go.
Yeah,
It really does make sense though. Yeah, you kind of think about it and you're just, unless you saw the movie and all that stuff before, and you know, to the average person it's just like, oh, that must be what he called himself, Tenacious D. I don't know where the D came from, but it must be. You realize, oh shit, that guy, it's not just comedy.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, I think a lot of this comes back to these guys, and you saw this a lot in response to everything that happened. Is people? I think people tried to react quickly for clout, to be edgelords. You know, look at how edgy I am. Oh, they nearly missed. Whatever, hit them next time. And they're trying to do it for likes and retweets. And look at how edgy this guy is. And you know, he said it's you know, his quote was, "It's highly inappropriate, dangerous, and a terrible mistake." Right, but he was still thinking it. And it's still in the back of your mind, right?
Yeah.
You know, when you're most comfortable is oftentimes when you're most off guard. And these things are just, they free flow out of his mind. Oh, this is going to be a funny joke, but he's still thinking it. So there's whether it's, it was tasteless or highly inappropriate, however he put it, the point is he still said it. And honestly, his career is probably done now. He probably will have to retire. And his career has been, you know, Tenacious D at this point. He's had several cameo actor roles along the way, but for the most part, his entire career has been tied to Jack Black. And now Jack Black has to say, "Sorry, friend, I know we've been together for 30 years. See ya," and push some.
I got to do Kung Fu Panda.
Yeah.
Right.
And
I agree,
think
I agree and I disagree with you, because this is like the side of the aisle that hasn't dealt with any consequences like this, right? So they've almost been emboldened to say edgy things like that.
Oh,
and
there's that
they've
too.
gotten away with it in the past, but this time, this is something so incredibly serious that it's not something that you can joke about.
It's the bubble effect. It's the bubble effect because
maybe next time, it's not something that you can joke about like that. But they've been emboldened to do so because all of the rhetoric surrounding Trump has been, oh, he's a Nazi, a white supremacist. He needs to be taken out. He needs to be taken down. And they've just been repeating that over and over and over. So that, so when this happens, they're just like, maybe next time. They've just been emboldened to say things like that without.
They're accustomed to do that, Steph. They're used to say that all the time in their bubbles. In their bubbles. But
like
when they're outside the bubble.
Punished.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
and then also from 2015 up until just a few days ago, this was absolutely okay to say. They've all said it. Politicians, celebrities, they have all been emboldened to say this kind of stuff, to say that ultra MAGA Trump supporters are the worst. They're the biggest threat to our democracy, are straight white male Trump supporters. They've all been reassured that this is okay to say out in public. But
with
now
zero consequences.
Zero consequences.
With zero consequences. That's the important thing.
Yep.
Is that they've been saying this with zero consequences.
But now,
tell you guys
what happened the other day, and now, sorry, Malcolm, after what happened the other day, and now that Trump did get hit, and a man did pass away in the stands that day, now the narrative is flipped, and now we're seeing a completely different narrative, a completely new uprising, and you're seeing it right now. It just changed, just like that. just a few days ago.
Go ahead, Malcolm. What were you going to say, buddy?
No, I was about to say, but yeah, I mean, that's the whole point, is that this is how politics works. With politics, you cannot do anything unless there's a sense of proportionality. Now, the left has been able to basically come out and say all these things because counterbalancing what they say about Trump being evil, oh, we need to punch Nazi and all that, they've been able to paint the picture that Trump has been this evil force that's just encroaching on everybody's rights, and that just essentially, you know, he drags the country into chaos. But the point is, with this one, Trump was simply at his own rally, you know, for all we know, just doing his little dance, and then somebody comes and tries to shoot him. Now, at that point, when you do that, you've essentially swung all proportionality over to the right side. It's been literally thrust into people's face that, oh crap, we've been saying this. There's a trail of breadcrumbs leading back to our rhetoric. That at that point, the legalistic sense in everybody's head sort of starts turning. You know, the law department's legal. They're like, oh crap, you know, we got to stop this. You know, they yanked Morning Joe off of the air. Yep. MSNBC, MSDNC basically yanked Morning Joe off of the air. Why do you think that is? That's because of culpability. It's not necessarily because anybody feels, you know, bad about it. Like 90% of people probably do wish that bullet didn't miss. At the same time, now they can't say this stuff because now they seem like it's literally right there leading right back to them. So they're going to try to let it cool off. Even this whole thing with Jack Black. Well, if it wasn't forewarned, he would have been okay with it. He would have been like, okay, whatever. I'll let it happen. But because they all got the call and they said, guys, okay, it's on the assassinate, they can't do it. Mm-hmm. So
to kind of also bring it back to Beardo's point about the way that the right wing has been vilified and called extremist, if we can kind of bring it back from politics a little bit and then tie it into nerd culture some more. So a lot of the work that I've done is I've exposed a lot of these right-wing extremist research groups that receive government funding who are attempting to, you know, get control of video games, to have monitoring on Discord, and they're trying to claim that right-wing extremists are recruiting terrorists in video games. But there's no left-wing extremist interest groups. There's no left-wing extremist experts. They're not the one, you know, it's very unbalanced. And that goes to what Steph was saying, which was that they've been able to say these things and use this rhetoric for so long unchecked. You know, it is tragic what happened, but it happened to Trump. So these people don't get to say, well, what about the language Trump was using? Or what about the language that the right wing was using? It doesn't matter at this point. If Biden had been the one shot at, we'd all be saying the exact same thing, condemning any form of violence. It shouldn't happen. None of us wish for death upon Biden, just like how that kind of same sentiment should be extended to Trump. And further than that as well, the right wing extremist rhetoric, that really needs to fucking stop, because at this point, it's tiring, and now there's real consequences. Their language has brought about consequences, and everything's changed, and every single moderate sees it. And the more that we talk about it, and the more that we bring up how, you know, they're looking into right-wing extremism and calling the right-wing terrorists, you know, it's
what those accusations are, what those accusations of right-wing extremists are, it's a cope and a projection by the extremists of the left themselves, coping with the fact that it's like they like to go to sleep at night pretending that everybody who hates them is an extremist right-winger, right? But that is actually a cope towards the fact that right-wingers, libertarians, classic liberals, moderates, moderate leftists, apoliticals, anti-politicals, anarcho-capitalists, objectivists, basically all the political spectrum finds those guys insufferable. Yeah, and that's the fact that they cope with, oh, you're just a right-winger. No, motherfucker, the entire civilized world hates your guts.
Yeah, they need people to be as ugly and hateful as they are to justify their ugly and their hate.
Let them know, Dan. Let them know.
Let them know.
Yep. And he's hidden.
Yeah, I mean, and this is going to spin us off into a different conversation, but I think it kind of ties into everything, and Savvy has talked a lot about this. This is actually something, and I was going to pull this up earlier, and I forgot to, but this actually recently just broke that Microsoft just recently laid off an entire DEI division in their company.
Oh, really?
And yeah, they let me see if I can find the actual statement here.
Don't get too excited. They still need to purge that stupid developer page that's still there. I checked it this morning.
Yeah, they do. I have the thing right here, Beardo.
Yeah.
But
part of me thinks is the cost.
This is Microsoft has reportedly laid off the entirety of its diversity, equity, and inclusion team, citing their lack of relevance to business operations. In an email viewed by Business Insider, a Microsoft team leader wrote, "True systems change work associated with DEI programs everywhere are no longer business critical or smart as they were in 2020." The reporter says Microsoft eliminated the team due to changing business needs. So this is something that, they said our D&I commitments remain unchanged. This is a spokesperson. Our focus on diversity and inclusion is unwavering. We're holding firm to our expectations, prioritizing accountability, and continuing to focus on this work. But the reality is, we've seen this already start to happen. There's a shift. We've watched, some of these consultants start to get let go. Now Microsoft laying off DEI teams. And the question I kind of have, and I would love to hear you guys' thoughts on this, is this a sign that things are moving in the right direction? Or is this a sign that things have become so integral in business practice that now they don't need these teams anymore because it's already in the very inner workings of business now?
So I can kind of answer that. So if we look at Microsoft and we look at the quality of the products that they're putting out, since they've gone DEI heavy, there is an obvious quality decline in the products. And that's what happens with DEI. Larry Finkelfucker, he is currently about to have several lawsuits placed on him for his misrepresentation of DEI. And he is and this is behind BlackRock, they're a big proponent and a push of DEI. An entire state, I forget which one it is one of the southern states, they are initiating a lawsuit against BlackRock as well for misrepresenting the success of DEI initiatives. So we can look at this from a completely objective standpoint. All these big companies that are shifting out the DEI language, they all had product quality decline. And so now they need to go back to hiring the best person for the job. We'll never truly get rid of it until government funds or the way the ESG score works for investors. We're never going to get rid of that language until that stuff changes at its core. So long as Blackstone, for instance, continues to import DEI elsewhere, because governments will give them benefits and breaks, we're not going to get rid of it, but it benefits the asset managers, which in turn benefits the people who invest with them, which in turn benefits blah, blah, blah. It goes down the line. So
yeah. That's
Sorry, I'm really boring when I break it down.
No, it's good though. I mean,
that's good information. We needed it.
It's good to have someone smart here.
Yeah, I know,
it's
right?
very depressing to read about. So
yeah,
but you have Malcolm.
Yeah.
Well, no, I was about to say though, you have to just think I take them at their word. Like they really aren't integral to business development practices right now. They're not helping anything. There's no increased profit being brought in right now. They've sworn as much fealty as they can, essentially at this point, to DEI narratives. And with all of tech essentially going through, I won't call it like a recession or a slump, but more so a reshuffling, you're going to see more things like this happen just from a cost need. Because I mean, when companies are flush with money, to avoid having to pay taxes on that money, they'll essentially just expand and keep the money inside the business. That way their pockets, as far as on the books money, doesn't really change, but they're able to continue to operate. Well, right now they're literally backsliding from where they were going in 2020. And, there was an economic delay, but essentially now we're to the point now where the Biden economy is so terrible and DEI is so useless. It's such a useless appendage to most of these businesses that they're like, well, shoot, we got to chop some off. We don't want to chop off developers. That's going to affect the product, like Savvy's been saying. So what can we do? Hey, let's just, all those diversity workers, let's go ahead and just, give them the boot, give them a little severance and, call it a day. And that's what they're going to do. And they're going to hope that carries them into the next couple of quarters till they can, eventually make it. That's what they're doing.
Yeah, the DEI departments, they cost a lot of money. The average upper management for DEI can make anywhere between, you know, 100, 150 to $200,000. And if you have multiple individuals, that's quite a bit of money. Whereas the actual people making the product, the people who let's just bring it to games, for example, you know, the level designers, they're making anywhere between only 50 to 100. Like if you're really good and you've been at it for a while, then you're making 100, but the average person is making around 50 if you're in the city, right? So fire the DEI guys and suddenly you can hire a few more people to make a few more games. Yep. The other thing is DEI, because of the social pushback, people are actively boycotting products. They see that, and so they don't want to gamble on that anymore. Yep. And then there was another point I was going to make. I lost it. It's not important. Somebody else.
That's the beauty of capitalism, man. That's why I hope that brings some optimism to you guys. I personally am very optimistic because I trust the market. What is the market really? It's the people. And I trust the people who buy those games to vote with their wallets. I trust capitalism to do its work. And I think based on what we've been seeing for the last 20 to 10 years, how crazy the world got and so fast, I think the other side of the hill is not that far away, man. I think like we're not that far away from seeing things like DEI free as a category on Steam. Could you imagine that? Mm-hmm. I think we're not that far away from that kind of stuff because, again, I trust the market. The market will do its thing. Capitalism will do its thing. That sort of shit doesn't work, and it doesn't make money, and it's not sustainable. One day, it will die.
Well, and that's the thing, too, is, like, video games take a long time to make. They cost a lot of money to make, and when they don't do well, they're not the same thing as like movies where you go, oh, I will write off this movie. We have 5 more coming out like Disney like a lot of times will do. Instead, they go, okay, now we have to get to work on another video game, and this might not be done for another 5 to 6 years. Right. Like, you know, they can't pivot and change as fast, so they need that course correction quicker. I mean, we watch game studios getting shut down left and right, smaller independent game studios and stuff like that. It's happening everywhere, or they're getting incorporated into bigger game studios and stuff. So there's obviously, I think the writing on the wall for some gaming companies is already like, hey, we need to pivot, we need to change because we can't afford the luxury of having enough failures, you know. And somebody pointed this out in the comments, and I thought it was a good point too. Like Suicide Squad Kills the Justice League, it's already for free on Amazon Games.
Really?
And they're about to launch a brand new DLC with Mrs. Freeze.
Yeah, but when was the last time
they gender swapped Mr. Freeze into a chick in that game?
Doubling down, huh?
You heard about a game coming out, not on Game Pass, but like a game being released for free anywhere that still has DLC coming out for it.
Correct.
You know, like
that's horrible.
Insane.
That's absolutely awful for the fucking margins. And just it's a different principle. Like, you can't release a female skin on an iconic character. Like, it's like they're trying to play by gotcha gaming rules, which with a gotcha game, basically it's like tantamount that you have a good female roster, but nobody wants to play a freaking Mrs. Freeze. Like,
well, and then in the last DLC they did implied gay Joker with their previous DLC. So hopefully Microsoft and future, game developers and publishers do see this, and they look at studios like the studio or developers that made Forspoken. They shut down. No longer exists. Gone. Because of the failure that was Forspoken. Now we're looking at Rocksteady, and Rocksteady is struggling because of what happened in Suicide Squad Kills the Justice League. So, but like, to follow up with what Mike said, video games take a really fucking long time to make. So there's still going to be games that come out over the next couple of years that are going to have the DEI bullshit in it because they've already invested so much time and money, and there's no backtracking now because it's this close to being finished. So it's going to be a few years before we see a real turnaround for video games not having certain DEI aspects in them.
Going back to the original story, though, the idea that they let go of a singular DEI branch in the company. Like, Microsoft as a company has so many lines of business. I mean, you don't become a $200 billion revenue stream without infinite lines of business, right? So shutting down a singular one, you have to think that every single line of those business, you essentially have businesses big businesses inside of a larger business, right? When it comes down to this. So inside of those individual businesses, and they're treated as such, with Microsoft being the parent, one going away makes sense. That's the one thing we don't have clarity on, is where exactly which DEI, department got shut down. What line was it? Microsoft Gaming? Probably not. Was it for the Surface or handheld devices? I don't know. Was it for Windows? Who knows, right? And that would help. So people, it's great to celebrate this stuff, but realistically, there's probably at least one for every single line of business they have. So let's just keep that in perspective as we talk about it. And I hate to be Debbie Downer, but it's the truth.
No, it's important though.
No,
it's
important.
Mike,
not to continue to be the bearer of bad news, but some people were bringing it up in chat too. The next step to DEI is Bridge.
Yeah, and I have a thing here. This is actually Madam Savvy gave us this link. So go ahead and educate people. We'll read this. We'll talk. Savvy kind of educate us on this, and then we probably should read some super chats. So
yeah. So basically, this is just kind of a breakdown, but it had a nice group at the bottom just to show what companies are involved with them. So for those who don't know, Bridge is the next step to DEI, where they want to incorporate it into more than just business, but your everyday life. Kirsha, who is a VTuber, wonderful individual, she is much more of an expert on Bridge specifically than I am. So this is just to show you the types of companies that are getting involved with this. However, it's just a small portion of it. The people behind it are absolutely insane. They seek to basically control and censor, and they want every single person to think exactly the same, to have this concept of belonging, of diversity, inclusion, and equity in literally your every single day life. So, we've seen statements from Indeed, like the people who own it, and Discover, and like the payment processors and things like that. I'm surprised Waze is on there, honestly. Airbnb, all of these companies, though, you can at least say in America have actually had a type of quality decline too over the years. So whether or not the companies stay true to this, only time will tell. But because DEI is costing companies money, I don't see them realistically doing this unless, and this is the big thing, the asset managers that they make money through get behind this as well. And unfortunately, there's a very good chance that they will.
What is exactly is it? It's like an investor thing like DEI?
Which, this Bridge?
That Bridge, yeah.
So Bridge is not an investor thing. It's essentially the people behind it are trying to incorporate it. It's another ideology. So it's just the next step of DEI. DEI uses a lot of language where it's incorporated in just the workplace. Whereas Bridge, they want it in your home, on your TV, through your entertainment, in the books that you read, in the everyday language that you use. It is a form of censorship and control. The people behind it, if you listen to any of their stuff, they are absolutely insane, but somehow they convinced other people of these big companies that it's a good idea. But because of the pushback from DEI and how much money it costs, I don't see it necessarily being realistic. I was trying to look at some of their most recent blog posts as well. They are so even though they operate in the public and you can find it, they're also still very secretive. So it takes a little bit of digging. It's
McDonald's.
Imagine that. I'm
Not
sorry.
the gold marches.
We saw a
You
tweet
were
of
the
yours that was
chosen
really
one.
Yeah, we saw a really problematic tweet of yours. You're not allowed to have hamburgers here. And you're like, oh, okay.
Fuck.
Banned.
Real quick, Odin. What's
Odin?
up, buddy? Odin.
How's it going? At least there's Burger King, right? That's not on the list.
Yeah, that's 'cause nobody eats there. Yeah.
Let's be honest, Culver's is the best. So
Sorry, I had to get out on that list.
Culver's.
Of fast food, Popeyes hands down is the best.
Yeah, come on now.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
Popeyes is
yeah.
good.
Well, that's
Yeah.
that's the only place where we will allow DEI. Like they have to have 100% black staff 24/7.
That's the thing. Yeah, you gotta. There's a balance, and I know Malcolm knows what I'm talking about. Like, there's like real bad places where you're like, I don't want to eat there, but you got to find one in between because like the wealthy places, they just hire people. You want somebody that they're cooking the food that they're taking home and eating themselves. They don't play around, bro. Like, yeah. The Popeyes near
not at
me,
all.
like if you go at the end of the day, like they cook extra fries and stuff like that. They'll hook you up if you show up right before closing time. You get a bunch of extra food because they're making it for themselves. They're taking all that
Chick-fil-A's
stuff
still
home
better.
too. So
All of those you guys mentioned, we only have Burger King and McDonald's.
And you have Outback too, Dan.
And Craig's favorite fast food steak.
Gentrifiers of the fast food world.
Outback.
Do you eat at Outback, really?
Yeah.
Me?
No, yeah, Craig.
No, it's a running gag from Side Scrolls. The first time Dan came on, he was talking about this great fast food place. He's like, "Do you have it here? Do you have it in America?" It's this fast food place. It's called Outback, and we're like, "Outback Steakhouse is a fast food restaurant for you?"
It's because here in my town, there's a drive-through one of the Outback restaurants, and they serve burgers there. So I thought it was fast food.
Do you get a fast food steak too?
Not a steak, but you can get a burger on the.
I've been to Outback a handful of times. I've never had a bad experience at Outback.
Yeah, me
Honestly,
either.
I
I like Outback.
It's good.
You never had a Brazilian Outback. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounded weird.
Strange.
Does your
that
Outback
sounded
have
weird.
burgers? Does your
Happy
Outback
burgers?
have burgers?
You know, when you go to Outback, you don't go for a burger. You go for a steak and a blooming onion, Dan.
blooming
It's a
onion.
great burger.
Yes.
It's a great
A
burger.
Brazilian Outback, they just take the buns off. I was about to say, a Brazilian Outback, they just take the buns off of the burger.
Right.
and
So
they call it
dirty, a
steak.
Brazilian Outback.
Have you ever had a Brazilian Outback? Well, I can't say that I have.
They you have to skip or you're getting shanked.
Yeah, I'll
I'm
tell
gonna
you
read
what,
some.
the way it works.
I'm gonna go ahead and read some super chats real quick. Craig,
Oh my
did I
God.
interrupt you again? Son of a bitch!
I'm gonna leave.
You can read
Yeah, what are you
Creeper
doing,
chats, I have
man?
to share this
Come
photo
on,
of like Creeper Jeremy. Look,
Oh yeah, dude. The photos right now,
look at
bro. It's so
What a
weird.
nerd.
What a
Wow,
tourist.
what a nerd!
Hi,
What the
I'm
hell is all
here.
that?
Hold on. Why is he not on the show? He should be on the show. It's Benny Johnson. It's his boy. He should be on with him, right?
No?
No?
Yeah, you know, he's just creeping
Maybe.
instead
Nope,
over in the
instead,
corner
he's
there,
just
man.
filming him.
He's
It's
just like,
weird
hi, I'm a
seeing
big
him
fan.
in
I'm a really big
non-hoodie.
fan.
I'm
Yeah,
a big
but
fan.
He looks like a commuter.
Instead of getting,
He's like
instead of
blending
getting
in.
his reaction,
you know what? At least he's wearing a button-up shirt.
Yeah, well, but when he wears a button,
That's
he
true.
looks like a foreigner that's just doesn't know where he's at or what he's doing.
Hey!
He's like, oh, that's really cool. He's just like
He
videotaping it all.
looks very professional.
Well, especially since he
He's on
shaved
he's
his
just got done
mustache.
with work.
Yeah,
Jeremy's just
Oh,
rocking the
yeah.
neck beard now.
yeah.
Oh,
God, I hate
What a
that.
pro.
He's got to get
What a
off
pro.
that track.
That's disgusting.
Odin's Jeremy impression was pretty impressive right there, though.
That was a
Oh,
good
thank
Jeremy
you.
impression.
It was really good.
I really want to be on your show, Benny.
No, look, over there.
Is Jeremy here? Is Jeremy backstage?
Hello,
All right, let's
Geeks
read
and
some super
Gamers.
chats.
Hey, let's read some super chats. Get woke, go broke with the $20 says fuck Disney. Yes, Sean
Wise
Agarnall with
words.
the $10. Savvy and Odin on the same stream. How many Marys will he have to do after this? Can we get a poll?
Huh?
I think you meant Hail Marys.
Oh yeah, how many Hail Marys will he have to do after
How
this?
many
Did you not read the
Marys?
Hail Mary part? You just said Marys.
It was like,
That-
what?
it
Literally
blended.
even
It
says
blended
Hail
into
Mary in
each
the
other.
Super chat.
How many Hail Marys will he have to do after this? Can we get
There's
a poll?
only one.
Well,
I
we now
think.
know, but Beardo's not Catholic, so yeah.
I'm not. Tizoni, Two's nose with a $20. Microsoft dissolving their DEI department means nothing. They're just going to hide it inside Bridge, so everyone is the DEI department.
Yeah.
Louis C with the $10. Geeks and Gamers, will you denounce and condemn Jeremy, aka Bidet Cobra?
Bidet
Yeah.
Cobra?
We're not
Bidet
associated
Cobra.
with D-Day.
Bidets are
I'm
amazing.
not
Don't
associated
speak
with
ill of
anybody.
bidets. If you don't own a bidet, you are literal filth. You walk around
Yeah.
with swamp ass all day.
It's like the
uncultured.
next level.
You don't
I
realize
have a
it until
bidet.
you have one. Until you have one, you're like,
Bidets
it's
really
life-changing.
are incredible things.
Toilet paper is the greatest scam that America ever invented.
Well,
You just
Reliance
swirl
of
the
it.
shit around and you think you're clean? No.
You still need to use toilet paper if you have a bidet.
Yeah, but it's
to
different.
dry yourself.
Yeah, to
Yeah,
dry
it's
yourself.
different.
correct.
It's not as much.
You
There's
just use
not a
wet
wad
wipes,
of it.
bro. Just do the
That
wet
too.
wipes.
I do all
too.
three.
Yeah, at the very least, use some wet
Beardo's
wipes.
so paranoid
Yes.
about his butt, he's using all three.
I just take massive
squirting
dumps.
it. He's squirting it, and he's like, he's trying to wet wipe himself. He's like, oh,
So
it's
this
a
is the
mess.
correct way to
The
do it.
three-step process for ass cleaning, okay,
Yes,
guys?
correct.
Calm it down.
You go bidet, dry toilet paper, bidet again, more dry toilet paper, wet wipe, dry toilet paper. You're good.
Bro, you are wasting so much toilet paper. You're part of the
Yeah.
scam.
Bro, that's
Holy
wild.
shit.
It's my money. I'll spend it the way I want.
Beardo,
That's
I
like
think
the
you
most
might need a. I think you might need a probiotic.
That's the most, that's
The
the
way you
most,
just explained
like,
that.
I take a
That's-
probiotic.
That's
Oh,
the
gosh.
most
And it's
OCD
good.
thing I've ever
I
heard.
use the best probiotic.
It's the best out there.
A clean
best
anus
one.
is much more important than trees.
I feel like Beardo probably has a horror story with like Preparation H or something, and that's why
Yeah.
he's so cautious.
Beardo's like, yeah, they're like,
How dare
Beardo,
you talk
just-
about my hemorrhoids like that on
Yeah,
stream?
Beardo pees and still uses the bidet. He's like, you don't know, you never know. It can be dirty back
You
there."
never
Correct
know.
it is. He
Craig's
doesn't use
cringing so
regular
bad.
You
wipe.
never know
I
what
use
might
the
have
bidet
slipped
standing
out.
up.
But you're very tall.
Yeah,
Why don't you make a portable today?
Shit.
bro, that's wild.
It's the
bro.
bidet wiggle.
He's looking over there, trying to aim. He's over here like, got it.
If you're getting that far off the seat, I'm worried about your bathroom.
Me too.
Beardo says he does it standing up. He's over here. He's over here trying to shoot for the bullseye over here. It's
It's like a
ridiculous.
challenge,
wild,
man. It's
bro.
like a challenge. Let's see how far you can use the bidet.
You probably see how far you can pee every time you go to the bathroom too, don't you?
It's like the same thing.
We used
except
to do
opposite.
that.
Yeah.
We used to do that
I'm
in
a
high school.
distance champion. I don't know what you guys are talking about. I currently hold the world record in about 5 states for distance peeing. Don't check the bathrooms. They're probably
Oh
well
shit.
My wife
We
hates
gotta
it, but
we gotta compete. We
I-
live stream
yeah,
we live stream it to Pornhub.
Oh no.
I just love
Yeah,
We gotta
yeah.
have a
Yeah,
You
competition.
get real good
what's
at
the-
that arc.
yeah, what's the
You get real good at
favela
arc
distance
aiming.
peeing championship belt made out of? Is it made out of tin cans?
No,
I
we measure it in meters. How the way civilized people do, not in body parts like
Dan, you
caveman
don't
have-
American
you don't have
measurements.
windows.
Like you measure
American
stuff with your
bastards.
feet. It's like
Yeah.
it's the 1500s in here.
The guy that doesn't have windows is going to lecture us about civilization. Cool.
I just keep imagining Beardo, and I don't want to imagine this, but I keep imagining Beardo. He's talking about distance. He's like laying on the ground. He's got one foot up over here trying to. The water splattering all over himself. It's getting all poop in his face, and it's like, but he's like,
Hey, where
6
got the
meters, here we
distance.
go.
where did you find that video?
My bad.
I thought I deleted it.
Little did he know all his iCloud
Chat says
stuff got
water
leaked.
sports.
Oh my god! Hey, who super chatted that? How do we get here? How do we get here? It's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Well,
Real
they
quick,
called
can
him
we pull
Bidet Cobra. It was Luis C.
No,
Yeah,
thanks,
can we
Luis.
pull,
Appreciate that.
Escapo's, can we pull up Escapo's donation
I just did.
real quick?
I
Can you do it
I
again?
already highlighted it.
Can you pull it up
Escapo
again?
for
Look at that-
$2.
Look at that profile picture,
It's my
bro.
butt, and I'll wipe it how I want.
Look at that profile picture. That's Fat Beardo. Like,
That's
a lot of people don't catch that at
We
first.
got
but
that,
that's-
Mike. We got that.
No, they didn't
got-
because they
we
didn't
got that.
realize what's going on.
It
Bro,
took
it's
Mike
so
pointing it
pale.
out
Got
for
that.
me to notice.
Yeah.
It's funny. Thank you, Mike.
It's so good, bro. It's wild when I first saw that. Yeah. Beardo doesn't like it. He gets
Dude,
upset.
if I ever get that fat, just
It's like those websites. Remember Fear the Beardo? That's him now.
that's him.
No!
He skipped leg day and arm day,
Oh God!
but he never
Man,
misses
man,
burger
had too many
day.
I
waffles.
just trained legs yesterday. Okay, give me
Oh,
that.
no! Show ankle.
Played
Show
that.
ankle.
Oh,
Prove
that's
it.
good.
Prove it.
That's so good, bro.
The Limp Simp with a $10. Hello, everyone. I just spent the best 2 weeks at Lake Placid. There's something about cold, refreshing water. Anyway, I love the stream. And hi, Steph.
I bet you it was flaccid.
Lake Placid indeed.
That was just weird. The Alley Sun with a $10. Jack Black made a disgusting joke about the situation, showing how vile he is. Then he makes a post on Twitter showing how coward and false he is. It's the evil finally appear to everyone. Hail from Brazil. Hey, Brazil.
Hey,
Brazil.
Ben wants to say something.
Ben?
What?
You're doing like this. I thought, hey, he wants to say
I
something.
was?
What do you want to say, man?
Yeah.
Absolutely nothing.
The floor is
good?
yours.
Then why were you were doing like
I wasn't doing that.
you were?
Roll back the tape.
I was laughing.
No, okay.
I'm ugly. Okay.
Sorry. I wanted to give you some space.
Jeez,
to
Dan,
talk,
you don't
but
have to make me
it was
feel that terrible about how I
My
look.
mistake. I'm sorry.
The Joker with the $10 says, "Here comes the Iranians. Do over the border. Do." Thank you for the $10. I'm not sure what that means. Darth Racer with a 10. The Bolsheviks used to call their political opponents right-wing extremists, even though they were just other left-wing socialists who opposed their hard-line policies. This isn't new. Nathan Cassidy with the $10. The industry should be looking at the Renaissance. Maybe the Renaissance to Concord. The Renaissance, the resonance.
Lock in, Beardo.
The Renaissance?
You probably had it right the first time.
I
with
think
Renaissance.
I think there's a clear misspelling here. We'll just pretend that it's the Renaissance. To Concord, the Overwatch clone. Not only did it get a bad reception from the preview, the player count was abysmal during the beta. Thank you.
Listen,
I
Beardo,
think you misspelled something in there.
I'm a horrible reader. I'm a really bad reader.
Yeah.
But even I gotta laugh at that.
I'm good. I'm good at what I do.
You're great.
White Wolf with the $10.
That's
Jeremy
stroke.
is Benny's gay groupie. That's just mean, but it's true.
Wow.
I mean, it's probably true.
A bug stuck in Eric July's shoulder hair with a $5. Did you guys see this new character? He was up all night creating a superhero that can only use her powers 2 to 4 days out of the month. Brilliant. Thank you for the $5. Louis
2 to
C
4
with a 5.
days.
Yeah, 2 to 4 days.
not how that
DJ
works,
Cobra streaming on his other channel with his She-T audio. Shitty audio. Gotcha.
I
Golden
try to
Nuggets.
help him.
Help him. He needs a lot of
You
help.
can't help him. He doesn't. He
Talk
doesn't.
to him.
Yeah, you can't help
Come on.
me.
Come on. Talk to
Come
him.
on.
He
Jeremy's
needs a lot
beyond
of help.
Jeremy is in an abusive relationship with Benny. Benny is up there on stage getting it on with the black guy, and he made Jeremy watch from the corner and not get any action, man. He's just recording.
Holy
it's like,
shit.
Yeah.
Wait, are you calling Jeremy what I think you're calling him?
He's
No,
calling
I'm
him a
not.
cuck.
Oh my God, Malcolm!
Did you just call
No,
him
I am
Destiny?
not.
That's what I
Wow.
Destiny.
Nobody-
Malcolm's
no,
just going.
nobody.
Malcolm's just trying to dodge around the word. He's like, "Hey, let me just lay it out real clear here."
Nobody deserves to be
I'm
called
not.
Destiny, the biggest
I said
loser in the
nothing.
entire internet. man.
What an absolute just out of
What a
touch clown.
buffoon.
The
Nobody
irony to call
deserves
yourself
that.
Destiny. And
Nobody deserves that.
What a fucking joke.
The
Golden
fact that
Nuggets
he-
with the
What
$5.
of Pierce Morgan just completely annihilating Destiny?
Oh,
Really?
I haven't watched
Why
it
did
yet.
he get popular? I don't understand the story of Destiny. He's a
I'm
Because-
gonna be honest. I don't
because he's
realize
a-
how half of the streamers have gotten as popular as they are.
Apparently, I mean, he's considered to be a good debater. I think that's why he's gotten.
He is.
I don't know.
He is, to give him credit,
let me tell you, Mike.
Like-
Hold on. This is how you do become an expert debater.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. I'm
loud.
I have my
I
notebook.
was-
Hold on. I have
Also, another reason is he has been willing to go on shows and have appearances in places that other people from the left will not go.
Because he's a narcissist.
yeah.
He likes
100%.
yes, he does.
100%.
Because he's willing to do it, and because he knows enough of debate tactics to
Yep.
utilize them to his advantage, even when he's completely wrong, he will still try to use them. Because he knows terms like straw man, he will use those against people. And if you're not prepared, here's the thing: if you're not prepared, you will look like an idiot against Destiny. There are people that have gone up
It's because
against him
most
that are
people
not
are
prepared.
fucking stupid.
But that's the thing.
Well,
There's a lot of people that think that they're good at
point is, you
debating.
gotta
that-
remember.
Yeah.
yeah.
True.
And I think Destiny got really good at detecting those people. Those
And-
people
yeah.
who think
And
they're good at debating.
Go ahead, Malcolm. What were you going to say, buddy? Yeah.
No, I was about to say no. You guys are 100% right. Like you literally have to with Destiny. Here's the trick. You have to number one be able to remember every single point that he makes down because that's what he
Yes.
does. Is that he's going to write down every single thing you say.
Wait, he has to write it
and
down.
then he's going to
Yep.
then he's going to double the number of things he brings up. And when in doubt, he's going to just fall back on the fact that what it is this source right here says this, and how is that? Like he relies on the fallacy that the authoritative sources
Appeal
that he's
to
using
authority
are the
fallacy.
end all be all. So it's like, if you say anything outside of that, you're now going into conjecture and conspiracy. So you have to be able to point out the weaknesses and flaws in its sources before you do anything else.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, it's important to understand, guys. Like, there's a difference between like two people just arguing about something on the internet and an actual debate where you're sitting down with somebody and you're going to go over things.
Moderator.
These people he does a lot of research. He reads a lot about the subject. Like Malcolm says, he will have authoritative subjects on any point that he brings up. And because he's writing down everything you say, if you do misspeak or he does catch you in a mistake, he will use that against you as leverage.
But he's writing it down.
But he is writing it down. He writes down everything. He takes notes.
What a bitch! Imagine having to write things down. You don't just remember it. What a little bitch!
To be fair, he's on meth. So I mean,
to go back to how he got famous. How he got famous, I believe, is he's friends or used to be friends with Trainwreck. And this was years ago. He used to go on Trainwreck's Scuffed podcast. And there's this famous clip from the Scuffed podcast where he told this other woman who was on the podcast who had been through domestic violence that she deserved to be beat.
Yep.
Yeah, the dude is an actual sociopath. Like Malcolm described, he will manipulate and use fallacies. The dude, like, you look at his eyes and you see there's something missing there. The dude, I know that word has been thrown around a lot, but the dude is an actual sociopath. I truly believe it.
Well, you got to remember too, like, this is also the guy who, and this clip is surfacing everywhere, which is pretty funny, let another streamer dance with his wife right while he was on stream.
Well, I mean, he also had, like, before he and his wife got divorced, they had a open relationship, which, if you're smart, you know that's a bad idea.
Before I listen to anything that guy has to say, he better get his own house. Before he tells me how the country should be run, he better get his own house in order. And that ain't
your room.
I don't know if you guys remember this, but Destiny was also caught soliciting feet pics from an underage girl on Instagram.
Yes.
Like Andrew and Tristan Tate literally like they literally did a whole breakdown going into the messages. It's hilarious. But also, he's fucking ducking me. That fucking faggot ass bastard is ducking me.
Well, it looks like Jeremy's got more viewers than us now. The stream got shut down.
Oh my god, I'm dead.
We have one job, Malcolm.
Son of a bitch, Malcolm. The night that I'm hosting it, you choose to throw around that word.
Yikes. You can't.
Oh my god, I literally. Sorry.
Yeah, you can't say ass.
Don't say ass, Malcolm. Stop it.
Okay.
I'm waiting to get the call and look at my phone.
I think Craig has to leave. Craig has to bounce.
Craig does have to bounce.
What a time to leave.
I don't know what that means.
Yeah, Craig's like, I've done my job, and he leaves. He just disappears. He doesn't even like turn off his camera.
Fade.
A little bit of smoke.
Homer Simpson into the ground.
Yeah. Malcolm's like, Malcolm just pulled a book.
My job is done.
Hogan, I'm coming for you.
My job is done.
Goodbye,
all right.
See ya, asses later, Malcolm.
That's wild, bro.
All right, everyone say bye to Craig. Bye.
Bye, Craig.
Let's read some super chats, Beardo.
Yeah, let's read some super chats. My idea. I said it first. Golden Nuggets with a $5. Don't worry, Savvy. I'm sure there won't be any awkward arguments tonight.
Been there, done that.
Too late.
Steven DeLeon with a $5. I like how Savvy thinks those two big dead catfish she calls feet are cute.
Oh wow!
That's a good one, though. That's a good one.
Wasn't that directed to me?
Yikes.
Casey Cheeto for a $5 says Craig is takeover. That never happened. Cyber Matt with a $5. Got to say that Savvy and Ben have been great additions to the main event.
Thank you.
We said that Savvy was a good addition. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. All right.
Wow.
Aikido with a $2. Ben is the Meg of Tuesday night's main event. Shut up, Ben.
Who is Meg?
Meg is from Family Guy.
I don't watch that stupid show.
Oh, Family Guy's
that nobody
brilliant.
likes.
It's pretty good.
Family Guy's great.
Meg.
Shut up, Meg. Hey, Loris. Pushing Ryuka.
Hey, Lois.
Hey, Loris. Remember that time you wanted a real diamond engagement ring? Look at this.
Oh my
Dave
gosh.
Chandler with a $50. Tuned in just in time for the Melanie Mac word.
Malcolm's like, let's not talk about that. Let's not go back.
Yeah, let's not go back.
Yeah, what are we talking about, y'all?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Wait, what
Bush and
happened?
Ryuk.
What?
Beardo, keep going.
I didn't want to interrupt Malcolm.
Oh my god.
No,
Go ahead,
no.
Okay.
I'm just asking what we're talking about. What,
All right, Bush and
Where are we
Ryu Cat with
going?
a $5. Hail the 199ers. Corey, I'm going to try to pronounce this correct. Comparatori, 50 years old, former fire chief in Buffalo Township, Pennsylvania, died at the rally covering his family. Rest in power, Corey. Absolutely.
Yeah.
God bless his family as well. Jay's Minority Report for a $2. Did you forget the trigger notifications? No. The
Never.
Joker for a $10. Here they come, number 2, we. Thank you. Eric Heffelfinger with a $10. Vosh ought to get famous by attaching himself to Destiny. Rolando A. Ramirez for a $20. That guy dancing with Destiny's wife is Aba from Aba and Preach. He explained the situation. He's Destiny's friend, although
Abba and Preach. Abba and Preach.
Abba and Preach.
Abba and Preach.
They're
Yeah.
spelled the same.
No. It's
No, they're
Abba.
not.
You can't get that wrong. Abba
you
and
said
Preach.
you said Ava?
Yeah,
Aba.
it's Abba
They're
and Preach.
spelled the same.
Odin's like, what are we doing?
It's all
here,
about
man?
pronunciation.
Abba Father.
Yeah.
Correct. Amen.
Daddy.
Although maybe not after the mask off moment. Durag Bob Iger for a $2. Robert Iger eats hot dogs like Beardo. What's up, Holmes? Thanks.
Yikes.
JR Cardenas for a $1.99. Check out the Real Game Awards. Hail Craig. Yeah, shout out to the Real Game Awards. Karen July with a $5. Sorry for what happened in Pennsylvania. I saw a guy with large plastic scissors and feared for my life. I called all the police to protect me.
Yeah, he summoned him.
Adam Twomley for a $1.99. Screw Jeremy and his orthopedic shoes.
Yeah. Bro, his stream right now is just him walking around looking at buildings randomly while the RNC stream goes like in a little small box.
He's
to him.
probably getting
It's
like thousands
amazing.
of dollars of super chats too while he's
But
doing
it's
it.
so good though, because he's just like I'm just picturing Jeremy walking around just like, yeah.
No, but look at this. Hold on, wait. Look at this. Look right here.
Standing, bro, that's so good.
Oh
That's so
I'm standing right
impressive.
behind Benny Johnson.
Someone tell him to wave at us.
Dean, I loved you as Superman. Yeah, that's wild, bro.
Jeremy, wave at
Shout out
us.
to Dean Kane, man.
Yeah.
Shout out Dean Kane. Do you guys want to talk about Acolyte? Tonight is the season finale, and apparently there's been leaks that this is going to just completely ruin Star Wars even more than it's already been ruined.
Ow.
Chris Gore is hosting the funeral for Star Wars tomorrow over on Film Thread. A lot of us
That's
are going
so
to be
funny,
there for that. I know myself and Mike are going to be there.
I'll be there.
I'll be at the beginning.
Oh, nice.
There you go. There you go. Odin, Savvy are going to be there
Oh,
as
I
well.
never get invited to anything.
Leslie
Why
Headland
invited?
has some more recent comments about the Acolyte in
Of course she
comparison
does.
to May Osha and to Anakin Skywalker. The Acolyte creator Leslie Headland compares Anakin's power to May and Osha's, in quotes. So the twins are weaker than Anakin, for sure.
Wait, pause. Can you please read it in a California accent that sounds pretentious, like you have a hamburger stuck in your ass?
Yeah.
Okay, then.
Don't interrupt me ever again when I'm reading.
I'll fucking interrupt you all I
Wow.
want.
He takes it very seriously.
Yeah.
Do it right.
Because now I'm going to start stuttering. So the twins are weaker than Anakin for sure. They are going to fall short of what will eventually become the Chosen One. They will never achieve what that is because in my mind, is this the mom? Anastasia could only do so much.
Honestly, yeah.
Anastasia could only do so much. She's not powerful enough to create one person. The twins split. Anastasia's power split, and therefore a lot of her philosophy is about the power of two, about the fact that they must stay together. They must stay together. The twins are stronger together if she keeps them together.
This is such damage control. Because everybody was saying like how this downplays Anakin and the fact that he's the chosen one, and she's like, no, actually, Anakin's still the chosen one.
It's
So
actually weaker.
it doesn't make sense either because their whole chant is the power one, the power two, the power of many, and then she hasn't shown any preference towards one or the other. She just says them, and it's part of their whole thing. So why is there suddenly an emphasis on the power of two? Well, because there's twins. Yeah, there's twins for the convenience of it because you need somebody to be in two places at fucking once, and the only way that you can do that is with fucking twins, apparently. I don't understand the story. It doesn't make any sense. There's a lot of loose ends, and how are they going to tie everything up in the last fucking 30, 35 minutes? How long are the episodes?
Not long.
So they're
Long
not
enough.
long. They're not long. The opening intro is very long. The end credits take up a lot of time. The episodes, no joke, they're no more than 20 minutes long.
Yeah.
Like 20, 25 minutes. It's bullshit.
This
And
is
this
why I
one's not gonna
criticize
be-
them. Go ahead.
I was gonna say this is not supposedly gonna be one of the longer ones either. So yeah, it's gonna be a short finale, which
This
is
is
not
short-
something you'd
I was
commonly
gonna
see.
say, and
This
it's
is
the
something that,
finale
yeah, like this
episode.
is, yeah.
And there's still so many unanswered questions.
Yeah, they're just not, and then they're just not going to get a season 2, and they're
This is what I've
Oh,
been
they
trying
will.
to say about the quality of the writing here, because like you don't do like 8-episode miniseries with 20-minute episodes. It doesn't, like, that's unheard of in television. It makes no sense at all. And also, like Odin just said, for your finale to be one of your shorter episodes, your finale is always one of your longest ones because you have to tie up loose ends and actually like answer questions and make people excited about coming back. Like, they have so little content in their writing, they can't even fill an entire like 30-minute episode with stuff. They're not running over time. They're just like, yeah, okay, that's enough to fill that. If you condense this all down, it would be like, what, maybe cracking 2 hours?
Because
Maybe?
isn't OSHA's still with what's his bucket, and they're just twiddling dicks in the fucking cave, and then
Well,
May is still twiddling dicks in a ship, and then the fucking beaver for some reason is both relevant and irrelevant, but still the most interesting thing that they've fucking done, even though it's just a little fucking character to sell a merch of, which they haven't even done, by the way. Their cute fucking character has no merch or advertisement. That's how you know Disney knows it's fucking cooked. They're not advertising the fucking beaver.
Yeah. Where's my
The
beaver?
non-binary beaver. Don't
Yeah,
forget
the
the
fucking non-binary beaver. Where
Yo,
are
did
the
somebody say
plushies?
advertising a beaver? I can go for
Where's
some,
my beaver?
go for some beaver.
Give me back my beaver!
Where's my beaver?
No,
I'm
but, like,
sorry, this is so weird.
Give me back my beaver.
Savvy's right. The last thing that we've seen in the modern,
has
in the
a
real
name.
time is OSHA just put on the Smilo Ren helmet and she started doing her Darth Vader breathing, and May is on this like hospital bed locked up with homeboy with
Soul.
with Squid Games. Soul is like telling her, just talking to her, like, and then all of a sudden we got the flashback episode, which was really just episode 3, just from a different perspective. Like they're not going to wrap this up in this
There's
finale.
no apex. There's no, what is the point of this? Are they coming towards a battle? Are they going to have, the twins back together? At the current stance, they're not. And if they only have 20 fucking minutes to do that, are we going to teleport to the fucking mystery planet? And then it's going to turn out to be the same place where fucking Luke Skywalker was sipping on tits? Is that what it is? Are we going to have
Well,
a
they
little
did
fucking
say-
nostalgia thing there?
They did
I'm
say they're
sorry,
going to
I'm
connect it
angry.
to the sequels, the sequel trilogy.
Yes.
Of course.
Yep. Because it's a
They
High
said they're going to
Republic.
connect it to the sequel trilogy.
I've heard
so is
some.
he-
I heard
Oh,
some mention that the mother in the lesbian relationships, like I carried them. Apparently, she wasn't seen when they all died.
Yeah.
No, she wasn't.
Yes.
So clearly,
But-
that's she's gonna come back, right? And honestly, has anyone else thought about the whole like ascension thing, like the whole power to power? Like, were they just gonna like come together, like have a Dragon Ball Z moment and have like a
Correct.
fusion dance?
Absolutely, that's what they're going to do.
Yeah.
I have a very good feeling that May and OSHA are going to fuse together into one person.
Yeah.
They're going to do something absolutely stupid like that.
Because there'll be balance. There'll be balance.
Soul,
Okay,
they'll be
but
balanced.
I've been saying it from the very
How?
beginning. The mother that carried them is the one that's going to come back. Like, we have not seen her die. We didn't see her body. We didn't see anything.
No.
So I think that she's going to come back in some way. It's going
I
to be
think
really
they're
cool.
too stupid for that.
It's
Wait,
going
is
to be
Anasaya not the one that carried them?
No,
No.
Anasai
No,
is
she
the one who
created them.
said, I
She
created them.
Oh, okay.
She's
Okay.
the
See, I don't
sperm
remember.
master.
That's how bad it was.
Yeah, she's the
Yeah.
keeper of the sperm.
The other,
The force.
also
No,
the
sorry,
other
the
part
thread.
about
The
this-
thread.
the thread, yeah. The other part of this too, and a lot of people don't realize that this is what's happening. Is like, we know that there's a lot of like coping, and a lot of shills out there right now trying to push this show as the greatest thing ever. A lot of what they're doing and what Disney is relying on is people reading the behind the scenes stuff to get information as to what's going on in the story. Right. That's why Leslie Headland is doing all those interviews telling you what's happening. Because here's the thing, when was the last time you watched Marvel or Kevin Feige or any of these guys explain what was happening in the MCU?
They don't have to.
They don't have to explain that stuff to you.
A good fucking writer doesn't.
They only started doing it at the very end when they were like, people were getting confused about timelines. They went in and explained where things were happening. The Russo brothers did that. But so they also have these people that are like, oh my God, if you guys didn't notice, there was like some guy, like some Star Wars guy, and he's like, you guys not realize he's letting her wear his helmet, and he's trusting her, he's being honest with her. The Sith is being honest and truthful.
He showed her his penis.
Yeah. And then, like, you know, they have people out there that are trying to convey depth of writing to audiences that think, oh my God, I never even caught that. Wow. They're like, this is amazing, because people want to be like given access. What they don't realize is they're actually trying to like make people think that they have some depth in their writing. This is like actually like a PR stunt to try to make people understand, I know some of this doesn't make any sense, but like, guys, if you really think about it, you shouldn't have to do that. The show should speak for itself.
And whereas these interviews are definitely on the newer side of things, this goes back all the way to when the sequel trilogy started, because a lot of things were very confusing in the movies, and then all of a sudden they started saying, oh, we explained it in the comics. Like they started like they started going into books and comics to explain away the holes and the problems that were there. And so it's like, oh, this is just typical, Lucasfilm under the Disney umbrella, Star Wars. And now they've gone to the point where they're so desperate they have to get out right away with interviews.
And the movies contradict the comics too.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And another thing we need to understand is that this current Disney Lucasfilm does not give a fuck about the previous continuity. We've learned that. So be prepared for them to fuck shit up tonight, because we've seen the whole thing with Star Wars Theory and Wikipedia, and with Keanu Mundi being in there. What are they going to do? What are these information lore websites like Wikipedia going to do as soon as there's some lore breaking event in this show? They're just going to rewrite it. They're just going to change the history on a whim because it was in this new show. Disney does not give a fuck about the current continuity that George Lucas has built. They will rewrite anything that they want to, and it's going to get bad. And we're going to see
Luke
it tonight.
Skywalker is a black woman.
Yeah. Real quick, Malcolm, you got to bounce?
You're muted.
You're muted, buddy.
Muted.
Boomer.
You're muted.
Muted. He don't care.
Sorry, I was saying gamer words, so I had to just don't worry. Computer called me.
Hey man, we appreciate you. What you got going on, Malcolm?
I cannot tell you guys, but I will say that I am no longer in Alabama at the moment, so that's the one hint I'll give you guys.
Oh,
I'm doing clandestine covert things.
All right, well, we look forward to hearing more about it, man. Keep us informed. We appreciate you, bro.
Thanks, Malcolm.
Nice.
Take it easy, buddy.
Have a good night.
Bye, Malcolm.
Later.
Yeah.
So how crazy is this going to get? Is Ahsoka going to ride the hyperspace whales and travel through the time between? Listen to what the fuck I'm saying, then.
He's tying it together.
We're gonna get Ahsoka traveling in between worlds, riding on the hyperspace whales, and she's gonna show up in the finale tonight.
Ooh,
it's like along poetry. With Luke Skywalker.
It's like poetry. It rhymes.
Skywalker, yeah.
I almost couldn't say it because I'm so fucking. I don't understand.
Luke
Skywalker. Accidentally, Skywalker.
Skywanker.
I think.
Oh no.
I think it's almost a guaranteed that they're gonna have Yoda show up. I
You
just
think
don't
so?
think they. I don't think they can. I don't think it makes any sense for them not to, because in the beginning that was a huge part of their marketing. Was like, oh man, this is the time Yoda's alive during this time. They had Kiadi Mundi show up. I really do think Yoda's gonna show up. It's either gonna be Yoda, or they're gonna have another character show up that is supposed to be like a big deal for them. But I think with the way that Disney has done things, remember they were like, oh man, we're going to have moments that rival the Luke Skywalker moment showing up and going forward with different stuff. And so they do all these weird reveals and stuff. I really, really think that that's where they're going next.
That's a good point.
I think they're hyping their show up way too much. Like their Luke Skywalker moment is like that the fight that you could barely see, right? The fight that
I
you
thought
could
it was
barely
having
see.
Trinity in it. I thought that
You
was
know,
that was their big shot.
I
'cause
think
she,
I honestly wouldn't put it past them to have like nobody show up and it's just a bland finale that they were hyping up so a lot.
Yeah,
Like,
if they put Yoda in it, that literally breaks every single thing, though.
Do you guys think there's gonna be a second season after all?
Yes.
I'll be right back, guys. I'll be right back.
Unless,
unfortunately, there might be.
Yeah.
If Disney doesn't run out of money, then they're going to do another season. But, and I will not say where I heard this from, but what I have heard, okay, from unconfirmed sources, is that Disney is actually borrowing money from other projects to make the Acolyte. That they're so low on money that they're actually borrowing money from other projects because they don't have enough money to do it. And that that's what they're doing is investing in the Acolyte to make it work because they're really hoping it'll get things off the ground.
That's weird though, because the Acolyte has more budget than Kenobi show.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yep. Like I said, I can't say where I heard it from, but
There might be validity to that into the crossover with their talks with Blackstone, because Blackstone wants to get in on the ground floor with their branch that they're trying to set up in India.
Mm-hmm.
So it's possible they could be borrowing money from them too.
Yeah. And the thing is now they have, I don't think we're going to see a massive marketing push for like Captain America. We know we got the trailer for that. Captain America is one of the most expensive movies of all time. Even adjusted for inflation, it's like number 3 on the most expensive movies ever made, period.
Why?
I don't know. But we know that Deadpool is coming out. I think they've been pushing the marketing for Deadpool really aggressively because I think that they're banking on Deadpool being their moneymaker going forward.
Yes, absolutely.
I think it's goes without saying. I think Deadpool will probably crack $1 billion.
Do you know what
I'd be
makes me
surprised if it
sad?
doesn't.
It'll
I think
undoubtedly
absolutely.
crack $1 billion.
But
100%.
the saddest fucking thing for me, like I love the Deadpool series. The saddest thing for me is I'm not excited. I don't want to see it day one. I want to wait to see just to make sure that it is actually good. And that breaks my heart, man.
I'm also like that. I'm like, meh. It's like, yeah, if it's good, it's good, but it's dumb.
Like I also don't want to give them money. Yeah, like I don't want to give them money.
Did you see the new TV spot for it?
For what?
Is that the one with Lady Deadpool?
With Lady Deadpool, yeah.
Yeah, they're teasing Lady Deadpool. Yeah, they're also teasing like multiverse Deadpool.
See, and I don't like the whole multiverse. I'm so fucking over multiverse stuff.
Well, they need
have like
Deadpool.
It's everywhere.
Deadpool. They have who else do they have?
There's
Country
Cowboy Deadpool.
Cowboy Deadpool. Thank you. I couldn't. think
Yeah,
of the
there's a
word.
bunch of them that are gonna appear. They don't know. They're teasing who. My guess is it's gonna be Taylor Swift. Is my guess for Lady Deadpool.
You
but
think
we'll
so?
see.
I hope not.
I think they're really leaning into it.
I don't think so.
Blake
They
Lively.
need to.
But say I hope it's Blake Lively because that would be
I know,
a fantastic
it's
choice.
I
Should be
hope
Blake
it is
Lively.
too. That would make the most sense. But rumors are it might also be Taylor Swift because they're
Did you-
jumping on.
did
I
you
thought
show
they
the
had to
little-
deny
Lee
it.
Sweeney.
Did
I
you
thought
sto-
they had to deny it.
Did you show the thing?
Not
I
yet.
have not shown the thing. No. If you want to pull it up, I got it right here.
Don't show
Or
the
in the
thing
show.
in the. Oh, this.
That's
So-
all
so-
we get.
Yeah.
So,
So-
we already had the multiverse versions though through Spider-Man. So the fact that it's being done here also feels cheap.
Well,
Well,
but Spider-Man was a success for them. So
I know.
Yeah. Have
Yeah.
you seen the trailer? Has everybody seen the trailer
I've
that dropped
watched the
today?
trailer, but I don't think we can
I
play it because
didn't.
of the music.
So there's
I
going to
didn't
be
see it.
about 20 different versions of Deadpool.
Here, I have it right now.
There's a
Hold on.
cowboy Deadpool. There's Lady Deadpool. There's Dogpool. There's going to be several different versions.
Yeah,
of Deadpool in
Savi's
this
right.
movie.
That's kind of getting old.
Somebody thought that it was some people have thought maybe it's going to be like a bait and switch. It's going to be like a dude or Ryan Reynolds.
That's what
I
I
don't
was
think they're
just
going to do
thinking.
that. I think that they're really trying to get people to like buy into this. They
Yeah.
need people to buy into this.
And I mean, they're
Oh,
going to
They
make
have
fun of it.
Lady
That-
Deadpool.
that's the thing. That's why I'm actually excited for it because I think there's going to be enough jokes in here that are going to go after like Disney, go after Bob Iger. Like, I mean, of all the people that can get away with it, it is Ryan Reynolds. And so far, his marketing has been on point. Everything they've done with it has been almost flawless. My favorite is still them yelling at you to turn your phones off before the theater, before the movie starts. And a few of the R-rated films have been
But the
fantastic.
most frustrating part to this too, though, is that Bob Iger will still fucking make money.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like,
What
like
they
as a
need-
very principled person, I don't want to give them money.
Yeah.
I love
what they need
Dogpool.
right now is they need a win. They need to fix all the stuff that's going on with the multiverse right now. And what better opportunity than a guy that knows that he's in a movie, that can make jokes and make meta commentary, meta jokes about things, and can write the ship for them and make people go, haha, that's funny. Oh, okay. And have Deadpool fix the universe. My personal opinion really is going to be, I think Deadpool is going to cut off a lot of these multiverse projects, and I think their next focus is going to be Secret Wars. I think they're going to do an actual MCU Secret Wars instead of the Kang Dynasty stuff, to try to get away from and get down to like a more gritty, grounded feeling, because that's what they really need right now, is to get away from how big they got into the multiverse and how confusing it got for everybody.
Yeah.
What's hilarious is that they tried to do that with She-Hulk, because she can also break the fourth wall. And that completely failed because her character was so unlikable and nobody accepted her. So now it's like, okay, well, this is our second chance with Ryan Reynolds' Deadpool. Let's do it right this time.
This is like their 5th or 6th chance. They have done the multiverse so many times. They did it with Loki, and then they did it with Spider-Man, and then they did it with the Multiverse of Madness. They have done this so many times where they tease the multiverse, but they just don't fucking do it. They just aren't doing it. They tease it, they do it for a little bit, and then by the end of the movie or the TV show, they always close it up. They close it and then whatever, and then in the next installment of whatever character's movie or TV show it is, then they do it again, and then they stop it. They don't have the fucking balls just to say, hey, here's the multiverse, and it's open, and that's what it is. So
if this is Taylor Swift, I'm gonna
it's not. And the more I stare at the body, I hope I'm wrong, but that doesn't.
No,
I think it's gonna be.
I don't think it's going
to be a dude.
No way.
No way.
I think it probably will.
Here's my theory. I think Lady Deadpool is going to be Blake Lively, and the Dazzler has been rumored to be in this movie, and I think that's
like,
Taylor Swift is going to play the Dazzler.
I would believe that over Taylor Swift playing Lady Deadpool, because like this just does not look like her frame.
There are internet sleuths right now that are staring at the body, that are doing measurements and everything, and they're going to figure it out.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah, absolutely. I love Dogpool though. That's my favorite.
Same.
So ugly. I hate it.
I love him so much.
No, it makes me happy.
How about you, Mike?
Yeah, I don't know. I have no guess right now with what Disney's doing. They just need a win. That's all.
They don't deserve one.
They don't deserve one, but they're going to go for a win. This is a layup. They have Hugh Jackman. They have Deadpool. Deadpool's one of the only successful MCU projects they have right now that they can for sure make a shot with. And I think that they're going to make $1 billion. I think they're going to say, yay, look at that. See, the MCU's better. And I think they're going to try to use that to carry momentum forward going into Captain America, because I think that's the next film after this one.
For the next MCU film, yeah.
Yeah,
isn't it funny that they need a win and they're relying on a movie that is being led by 2 men?
Yep. Yeah, well, that's the reality of it. You know, they don't. Yeah,
that's how they're going to get their win, though.
What are their next 3 projects? So it's Deadpool, and it's Captain America, and then it's the Thunderbolts.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and the Thunderbolts are not a big draw. It doesn't matter. No. They put everybody that they can in that movie. It's not going to be a big draw, and we've heard nothing about the Thunderbolts at all.
Who's the lead?
It's all of them. It's
technically
Florence
Pugh and Sebastian Stan would be like the biggest names in this project. You know, Steven Yeun walked away from it. He was supposed to be Sentry. There's been no rumor if they've cast another person as Sentry or if they just moved away from him as a character.
And then homeboy, the Stranger Things dude, he played the Russian Captain America in
David Harbour.
David Harbour.
He's going to be in it as well.
Yeah. So I mean, we know very little about that project right now. So
seems to me the MCU now they're just milking the last drops. It seems like such a dead brand by now.
That's Disney as a whole, really. I mean, think about like the one big success Disney has this year is Inside Out 2.
Yep.
I mean, so like literally it's just the continuation of successful brands. I think, for instance, Moana, I honestly do think that film is going to be a little bit of a sleeper because people sometimes underestimate how big Moana was, not just in theaters, but also after the fact. I mean, that movie has been watched over and over on Disney Plus. Like, not a lot of people aren't not watching a lot of new stuff on Disney Plus because they're either watching Bluey or they're watching like films like Moana on repeat. Especially for those that have daughters, right? It's just like one of those things that they want to keep watching. So that's all they have, though, are just Sequels, the third, the fourth film, the MCU, of course, is just spiraling out of control. That's all that they have at this point. And it's, they need it, especially after last year's like $1 billion plus loss financially. Just
Was
looking at it, just
Moana
looking theatrical.
their last big animated like overall success for a new story? Because that was
for
the
a new
last
story.
Yeah, for a new.
Yeah, for a new story.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, because the last overall one was Frozen 2. So,
Okay.
but again,
Wait.
it kind of goes to show you, it's like that's all they've got really are sequels to.
Yeah,
What
because
was
Moana
Disney-
Well,
was
that's
beautiful.
all there. That's actually because didn't Bob Iger say that they're putting all their money into sequels and prequels and live action? Like that's what they're banking on. They're banking on that as opposed to new things.
Oh,
new stories.
someone's chat saying, did Encanto come out after?
It
So
did. Yep.
Encanto, because of I think it came out like pandemic times, so it didn't do too well box office wise, but it had a very big success, a lot of success on Disney Plus and just online in general. So it's gotten pretty popular actually. There's a lot of people that do actually like
Yeah,
Encanto.
it was
Encanto's
cute.
a pretty decent movie, actually.
Yeah.
I didn't like it. I like Coco better.
Oh yeah. I love
Yeah,
Encanto.
yeah, Coco's better. Yeah.
Never seen it. Odin,
the-
what was
the Magic
Disney's
House.
biggest loss so far? Was it Indiana Jones?
Yeah, Indiana
Elemental?
Jones was also, I believe, the biggest financial loss total last year. And I know we're still waiting on some of the numbers that are being reported with the
Sad
UK
stuff,
tax
right?
returns. Yeah, the tax returns.
That's Indiana Jones out of all the.
Wait,
Yeah.
Indiana
The
Jones was
brands-
2023?
Yeah, it came
that
out
just
last
happened.
year.
It feels
Really?
like so
No,
long
last-
ago,
God, it
doesn't
feels
it?
like
I
such a
thought
long
it was
time
this.
ago.
No, I
No.
thought it was this year.
No, it was
I thought
last
it was
year.
24.
Oh no.
We're already
I like how
halfway
we
through
all
the
just
year.
said it felt like it was forever
Wow.
ago, and Beardo was like, I thought it was just yesterday.
Yeah, they
I
had
did.
some.
I thought it was like February it came out.
So of like the top films that lost money last year, they had 2 of the top 5. So number 1 was Indiana Jones, which
Look
lost
who's in the
roughly.
chat.
Oh,
Get out of here,
Jeremy.
Jeremy.
Oh,
in
the
the
prodigal
chat.
son
Did not
returns.
go very well.
Get outta
Come over
here.
here.
Yeah.
Get out of
The
here.
prodigal
Go stand in
son
the
returns.
background of Benny's show.
Yeah.
I just want to say we got a Jeremy Rage, so shout out to everybody here.
Hey.
Hello.
Yeah,
What's
fuck
going
We
on,
got
Jeremy.
over
people?
3,000 people watching now.
look
What
at
is
that.
going on, Snake Pit?
What's up?
But
199.
Odin, so Indiana Jones was the biggest financial loss of Disney of all time.
Of all time, I'm not sure of. I mean, probably up there. It lost roughly $420 million.
That's a lot of money.
Right.
man.
I'm very curious what the biggest financial loss on a Disney movie of all time is. Maybe
That's one of
we
them.
can look that up.
Yeah.
The biggest Disney loss was
Let me look it
not the Lone Ranger.
Lone
Lone
Ranger was
Ranger.
talked about. I think the other one too that oftentimes gets brought up
John
is John Carter. But I think this one's a
Right.
much bigger loss than John Carter because the problem with Indy was not only did it make very little money overall, it also cost an insane amount of money.
That was it. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was a very expensive movie.
No.
And then the Marvels was the third biggest loss, which lost around 239 million, and that will probably go up because we don't have, I think, the official budget for that film.
Yeah, we
yet.
still don't know the actual losses, but I thought now the latest number was actually like 400 because of the marketing.
Yeah, again, I know we're waiting on a lot of things there, but
Yeah.
Yeah,
that
so
was the most recent
according
one
to
that I
this,
had.
the Marvels, 237 million. This is just on Wikipedia, so like take this with a grain of salt. But these are a lot of these are Disney movies. The Marvels, John Carter lost an estimated 112 to 200 million dollars. Strange World lost almost 200 million dollars. The Lone Ranger lost 160 to 190 million dollars. That's not adjusted for inflation either.
What about Lightyear?
Let me see here. I'm looking through. Indiana Jones
Elemental.
lost, according to
Both of
this,
those movies were
143. But we know that it lost more
I
than
believe
that
that,
because
yeah.
it had a much bigger budget than that. Yeah.
Mhm.
Mulan lost
Mulan is up
141 million dollars according to this. Wish lost 131. This is, if we're just reading off the Wikipedia,
Wish.
we're
That was
well
the
into
latest one.
the billions of dollars,
Right.
$1 billion, over $1 billion.
Again, last year it was over $1 billion in losses just in 2023 alone theatrically.
Crazy, dude.
Onward lost
that's
130 billion dollars. Yeah. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
this is wild, man. It's a
Point
lot.
and
In
laugh.
1 year, hold on. In 1 year, they lost $1 billion.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Lightyear lost 106 to 122 million dollars according to this.
Yeah. And again, if you think about it, Indiana Jones being a loss of roughly $400 million, and then the Marvels being 240, you're already over $500 million in losses just with those two movies alone.
mean,
so
and
you
it's
go
not
on
a
to
movie,
Wish, you
but-
go on to even the Little Mermaid. I mean, it's so funny because they kind of try to tout that one as a win because it made $568 million worldwide. But because it cost so much and it made most of its money overseas, where they get less money back, it still lost like $178 million for them.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. It's wild, man. Yeah, it's a big mess. The fact that Disney at one point was the highest grossing movies of all time, but it also has some of the biggest losses all across the board, and all of those are very recent. Yep.
But they still can't help themselves. Going back to what Steph said real quick about, what are they doing now with Deadpool Wolverine? Oh, it's being led by 2 male lead characters. I got a funny feeling, man, that they just can't fucking help themselves and work
male characters.
Correct.
Yeah.
I still don't think they can help themselves, and I think we're going to see a certain female character, whether it's Lady Deadpool or Dazzler or somebody else that they haven't announced. We're going to get the woman saving the day. That Deadpool and Wolverine are back against the wall, that they're facing imminent death, and you're going to get a Mary Sue come out of nowhere. They're going to be saved by Lady Deadpool, Dazzler, whoever, Storm, somebody is going to come in and save the 2 damaged, broken, beaten white dudes were saved by a woman. I don't think they can help themselves, man. They cannot fucking help.
If they do that, it's going to be like such backlash on them because their marketing has been nothing but Deadpool and Wolverine. These 2 guys coming to save Deadpool's world, right? Deadpool's universe. So there's going to be so much backlash if they do that. I don't know if they would risk that because they need word of mouth so bad with this movie. They do need this W.
Yeah, they need people to take their friends the following weekend saying, no, it is good. Come on, I'll see it again.
Yeah,
they, need
they
that,
can't have any bad
that.
discourse around this movie. This movie has to be a win for them.
Yeah.
Yep.
So if they do that, it's going to be there's going to be a lot of pushback if they do.
I hope not. I'm cautiously optimistic. I just know Disney can't fucking help themselves sometimes. So I guess
we know that we already know Cassandra Nova is like the villain, and I didn't know anything about her at first, but she's like the twin sister of Charles Xavier who like died in the womb and then became like a extra planar being that then created a body for herself. And I mean, like, it's a mess already. That character is that's scraping the bottom of the barrel with characters, but she's extremely powerful in the comic books, like stupidly brokenly powerful. So my guess is that she'll probably have a change of heart at some point. It's a good opportunity for them to replace Professor Xavier. And instead of recasting him, have Cassandra take over that role. I wouldn't be surprised if they try to do something like that, because this is also their chance to introduce the X-Men, and they really need to introduce the X-Men soon because they need, once again, that win. That'll be a lot of momentum for them to introduce the X-Men. The rumor is that we're going to get our new casting announcement for who Wolverine is, because we're going to see also multiple Wolverines and different from the multiverse, and one of them will be like the new Wolverine going forward. I also wouldn't be surprised to see if that's going to be X-23. Yeah, because there's a lot of that kind of stuff right now. There's a chance for them to not announce a lot of new stuff, but also to replace a lot of people with multiverse counterparts.
And Henry Cavill is also
you don't think there's going to be a passing of the torch for the new Wolverine?
So the rumor is right now with Secret Wars is that they're going to bring back Tobey Maguire in some capacity to play Spider-Man, and they're also going to have Hugh Jackman play Wolverine. Hugh Jackman is going to play Wolverine for as long as he fucking can. Feige worked for 20th Century Fox on those X-Men movies with Singer. So Hugh Jackman, he's not going to get replaced. Might he get a sidekick or overshadowed maybe by X-23 or some other variant of Wolverine? Sure, maybe. But as far as like the Wolverine Logan that we know, Hugh Jackman's going to play that role until he physically cannot anymore.
You also got to remember too, Beardo, they have the girl that played X-23 working for them right now. And Disney, Disney double dips on contracts.
Yes, they do
all the time. Whenever
I wouldn't be surprised if X-23 from Logan shows up in this movie. Like it's almost a surefire guarantee. Henry Cavill is also rumored to be in this movie in a surprise role.
Eye patch.
Yeah.
I think that he might be a young Magneto.
Could they make him a Wolverine, perchance?
They might.
That's what I thought.
He's got the build for it.
Mind.
Yeah,
he could.
Yeah. I would be surprised if Henry Cavill was going to be any kind of significant role in the MCU right now, with him being really busy with the Warhammer franchise. So yeah,
I thought he walked away from that.
The last I heard, I think there was some maybe tension, like some disagreements going on. I don't know if he fully walked away.
Okay. I just
What
haven't
about
seen anything.
Highlander? What about the Highlander reboot?
He's working on that right now, and that's
What do we know about
Chad
that?
Stahelski. I think they just started filming it.
I'm actually excited about that. Isn't the director of John
Chad
Wick
Stahelski.
involved?
Yeah. I think he's actually directing the whole movie. So, yeah. Which is, I mean, that's a big thing. Henry Cavill could pretty much pick anything he wants to right now, and do it. The issue with the Warhammer movies and the Warhammer series was basically there was a lot of promises made before any deals were signed. There's a lot of like handshake deals given, and then they were like, "Oh my God, by the way, we're doing Warhammer. Isn't that awesome? And we're doing this and we're gonna do that and stuff." And they're like, "Yo, we have like GW was like, we didn't sign off on any of this," and so now they're playing hardball with Amazon because GW is protective of 40K, and this will be the first time that they've ever broken into this, and GW is very, very, very protective of who gets to do anything with 40K. They've been very
only they get
in-house
to
about
ruin it.
So. Yeah, only they get to ruin it. Yeah, but that's also the reason that was a big rumor why they introduced female custodes in the first place, was because of Amazon saying, "Hey, we need this," because the current rumor is that it's going to be the custodes like storyline. We're gonna like watch the Horus Heresy play out in real life. And that's going to be like the storyline that plays, and that they introduce like female custodes so they can have female characters, because Amazon has DEI like checklists that they have to meet. They have to, follow if they do projects and stuff like that. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if that was the case, and that probably pissed off Henry a little bit. So
I'd love to see Cavill play a comic book accurate or similar to the X-Men animated Wolverine. Magneto.
Okay, yeah, Magneto, yeah. Wolverine, no.
No, I don't want to see him as Wolverine. Yeah. I'd like to see him in a different role and not get over. Like if they introduce him as Wolverine and he's there for like 5 minutes and then just gets killed, like a throwaway little cameo. Oh, there's Henry Cavill playing Wolverine, and then he's just dead.
Oh, remember Henry Cavill?
Like, oh yeah, Henry Cavill. Like it'd be so cool if he was actually like a decent character that wasn't Wolverine. I'd love to see him as Magneto.
Someone in the chat mentioned Captain Britain.
Yeah, I did hear that he might be Captain Britain. I mean, with the way they're scraping
I've heard that he
barrel,
could be Cyclops.
Yeah, it's true. He could be, but I think there's going to be a long-term
He's got the chin for Cyclops.
Yeah,
I think.
I really think that they want to cast long-term roles for those characters,
Yeah.
like they've been doing. So yeah.
So that might be an opportunity for an introduction of those characters.
Yeah.
Is that what you mean?
Yeah, I think we're gonna see a lot of X-Men. We already know there's a ton of cameos. I think this is their chance to also introduce the X-Men fully into the MCU. They have
mutants.
The mutants.
The mutants. X-Men is.
I don't think Hugh Jackman's going anywhere. I think
it's bigoted.
That's the one that you can't recast.
I don't agree, but that's just.
I'm gonna say I feel like Hugh Jackman is one of those persons where they had to really set the right thing in front of him to go back to this role. Yeah. Like I think only someone like a Ryan Reynolds in this project could have brought him back. That's why it's like I honestly would not be surprised if he's like, no, this is it. I'm done after this.
If Hugh Jackman gets to helm the lead of an Avengers movie, say Secret Wars, and he's the main character, he's not going to say no.
It depends what goes on. I think it depends how his character were to get portrayed.
I think so. Yeah. But you also like on his like Twitter and Instagram and stuff, he's also can't wait for this movie to be out because he's an old man now, right? He's an old man. He doesn't want to remain in Wolverine shape. He wants to retire.
Yeah,
and
he said that many times. He says he doesn't want to keep doing it. And then he went back for this last one, and then lo and behold, his marriage imploded. So yeah.
Wait, his marriage imploded because of it?
No, that's the rumors. I don't know. Obviously lots of things happen within relationships, but the rumor was that he was completely done and that he wasn't going back at all. And then they offered him this role, and he went back because he said that he was sick of how much time he had to dedicate to working on his body and how much time he had to spend in the gym and stuff. Man. And he wanted to go back to spending time with his family. You know, so
the transformation that he always does when he's about to play a Wolverine role. This is probably a subject for bro science, but it's insane, man, and it's insanely.
It's a crazy amount of dedication.
Worse over the
tough
years.
on your body and on your mind as well.
Well, he's also on the Hollywood sauce too.
Absolutely.
Well, he's on the
sauce.
special Marvel sauce. It's not the Hollywood sauce. It's like that special Marvel sauce.
Yeah, and all of that's so destructive.
Yeah. He's also the kind of actor where he likes doing different projects. He likes obviously musicals. He's had time on Broadway. So I mean,
Broadway guy.
Yeah. So I
yeah,
think
he's
that's
a big Broadway guy. Isn't that where he started? He started.
Yeah,
on
that's
Broadway.
it. That's his primary passion. That's what he loved the most.
Boy from Oz was like the big one that he was.
Boy from Oz.
In. And then
he
Oklahoma too.
Yeah. He what did he do? He like started that role.
Yeah, he was the original.
The original.
Yeah.
Yeah, the original.
Yeah. I think
Super chat.
If anyone is going to replace him, I'd like it to. If anyone is going to replace him, it seems like Cavill would make the most sense.
He's too old.
Replace Hugh
Dude's,
Jackman?
Yeah, but dude's fucking shredded. He's shredded year round.
It's the wrong body type, too.
Younger.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I
Look,
think they're
there's
going
no
Cavill's an actual
casting?
bodybuilder. Cavill has an actual bodybuilding routine.
Yeah.
He just don't. He doesn't get jacked for a role. That's his
he's
lifestyle.
always in shape.
Yeah, that's his lifestyle.
Go ahead, Odin.
Well, for Wolverine, for casting people that I think could work, not that they would, but that they could. Zac Efron.
Ew.
Zephron. That dude's jacked.
Hey, Zac Efron is great.
He screwed up his face.
I
He
know.
screwed up his face with,
unfortunately, when he got his jaw dislocated or whatever happened,
He got it
was
broken.
bad.
That's
it's like a
not
bad
why.
accident. Yeah,
That's not
Do you think
why.
that's what really happened?
No, it's not.
That's part of
Absolutely.
it, I think.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
He got facial reconstruction surgery. No, he did the implants in his fucking jaw to
look like handsome Squidward. Like
he
that's
wanted
to look like this.
He didn't want to have that boyish young
Yeah, that
man
baby
appearance. He wanted to look older, and he was just kind
I
of
don't think
stuck in
that's
this
true.
type. I absolutely
come
do.
on, look at his chin. It went from this tiny chin to a huge one.
I'm
He's
not
got a
buying that
huge
accident
chin
bullshit.
now.
No.
I don't know. There's
Could be.
millions of people in this world. We don't need to keep reusing the same fuckers in Hollywood. There's somebody out there who looks exactly like Wolverine. And they deserve the role.
If you want to get a short guy in there that might be able to pull it off, don't look down upon him.
Don't say it.
Daniel Radcliffe.
I knew it. I knew.
Yeah.
You were gonna say that, yeah. Daniel Radcliffe.
What did I
Let's
just
go.
say? What
Do
did
not.
I
No.
just say?
Here's the thing.
Reddit
People don't
right
realize
now.
this. Okay, that
He
dude
is
went to
jacked.
Broadway.
Hold on, I'm gonna look.
No, but that dude went to Broadway, and everyone's like, "What? There's no way he could do anything." And he can sing. He can dance.
Dude.
And he actually was a lead role in How to Succeed in Business without even trying.
Yeah.
Daniel
I
Radcliffe
watched
is an
those.
incredible
He was very
talent.
good.
He's an
He
incredible
wasn't
talent.
bad.
So I'm just saying,
Incredible
I think
talent.
he would have the potential to pull it off. It's
That
And
could
also-
be
for
that
this
could
is
be his
purely because of his
salvation.
height. It's
That
purely
could be
because of
his
height I even
salvation
recommend him.
from typecasting. He's
But also
finally be
besides-
saved from typecasting.
That's not even true because besides Harry Potter, the dude's been in like no mainstream movies. I mean, besides Harry
Because
Potter,
he
he's
doesn't
done
have to
all.
be,
He's
right?
done
He
pretty
doesn't
much
have to
all
be
independent
Henry
projects.
That's
that
why
are
I'm
not,
saying.
like,
And
He
they've been
doesn't
pretty
have
good.
to be. He
Desperate.
doesn't have to be.
But they've been pretty good.
they have
Bro,
been.
he's,
That's what I'm
he is
saying.
jacked. Right
That's
now.
Yeah,
that's the
I
image
don't like his
that
face for Wolverine.
circulates.
I genuinely think, honestly, and this might be a slightly unpopular opinion, but it comes down to leadership too. Like, I'm not saying that people aren't talented. Obviously, there are different calibers of actors, but with the right leadership, just about anybody can play a role, right? So I really, really think that given how many people try to get into Hollywood, that there is somebody who legitimately has the facial structure that matches the comic books. We already saw it happen once before with Hugh Jackman. There's someone out there who looks like him too, and a younger version.
Sadly, that's just we're not in that age of Hollywood anymore.
No.
I know.
Like with that role, you know that they're going to have to go with somebody that they're going to try to go with somebody that has some type of name recognition.
Yep.
Yeah.
And someone like
Or it's gonna be a
in-house.
black woman.
It's someone in-house. In-house
I was just about to
You do
say.
need
Why do you
somebody
think Disney
in-house,
keeps
yeah.
reusing Pedro Pascal and putting him in every?
I was just about to say, what if they
some
cast
reason
Pedro
he's in.
Pascal
Yeah,
as
they
Wolverine?
continue to use
they
Pedro
had done-
Pascal. Like,
If they-
it has
Well,
to be.
that's the
It's not going to be anybody new ever.
Timothy
It's going to be
Chalamet
someone that
as
Disney
Wolverine.
approves of, that
Oh,
Disney
no.
wants. And
Well,
that Disney
Timothy
approves of.
Chalamet is a great actor, but that man is not Wolverine.
No.
He is very small. But that's the other thing too is the reason that they do that is because they can shuffle contracts around. If you hire Pedro Pascal for like 5 seasons of The Mandalorian and we already know he doesn't want to do it anymore, then you go, okay, cool. Well, what if we move this around? What if we give you the same contract, a little bit of money, we renegotiate. Now you can play Mr. Fantastic for 3 movies. You don't have to do any more of The Mandalorian or whatever, or you can do less of The Mandalorian and stuff.
He is Mr. Fantastic, isn't he?
Yes.
He's Mr. Fantastic.
Okay, so he can't be Wolverine.
They shuffle projects around, they shuffle contracts around all the time because they're low on money and they don't know what else to do right now. And they need he's a known product for them. He's a known quality. They're like, yeah, this will help. This is a sure bet for us. We know what we're getting with this guy. So yeah,
dude, the fact that in this decade we see more of Pedro Pascal than Henry Cavill is insane to me.
Well, people don't like Henry Cavill because he causes ruckuses on set.
Because he's a normal person.
Yeah, passionate too. He's a nerd.
That's what I'm saying. He's a passionate, real fan of the things that he wants to be a part of, and so they don't want to deal with that.
He's not an activist.
Born in the wrong age.
I mean, the minute you question the narrative, they're going to kick you out.
Born in the wrong age. If that guy had his prime in the 2000s, dude, it would be a very
he's a movie star. It's like movie star is written all over him.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Wild, man. I know. Let's read some super chats.
Let's read some super chats.
You said it first, Beardo. Yeah,
I
your
did
idea.
say it first.
Yeah.
Philip Chan with a $10. What's up? Egg roll with a 10. Only thing. Oh, egg roll. Only thing. They're Asian. They have a podcast. Did you guys know
They're
that?
Asian.
They're Asian and they have a podcast. Go check them out. For a $10, only thing OSHA is twiddling is Chimere's Lumpia.
Oh.
Chimeres.
Quagmire.
Quagmire's Lumpia. Adam Twomley with a 199. Screw Jeremy and his orthopedic shoes. I read that one. Thank you very much. I kind of just wanted to read that one again. A distant dream with a $5. Trump is more of a legend now, and the response from the left is absolutely disgusting. Trump 2024. Nathan Cassidy with a $10 on Clifton Duncan's podcast with Monica Harris. She told a story where a vast majority of Netflix revenue is loans, not subscription fees. I'm willing to bet all of the HW studios, Hollywood studios, rely on loans and not profit. You have donors, backers, millionaires. Dave Chandler with the $10. I'm with Savvy. I love Hugh Jackman as Wolverine and Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool, but I have no intention of going to see this film. I won't feed the beast. Down with the House of Mouse. Hashtag Walt Wright.
You could pull the old razzle dazzle, as I call it, which is you buy. Gary has done this on several occasions. You buy a ticket to a different movie and then you go see the one you want.
Yeah, you movie hop.
Yeah.
It's hard to do that with a lot of theaters these days, though, because they do have you pick your seat. We have a couple of those here.
Yeah. So opening night would probably be difficult, but if you go into the app, you can see what seats are open, and you can basically take a guess of, okay, these seats will probably still be open when the movie starts. So that's one way to do it.
Yeah.
Brother Natural with it. Yeah, you can search the high seas for it. Brother Natural with the $2. Thoughts on the Boogie 29 controversy? I don't know nothing about it. I don't even know what Boogie is.
Boogie's an idiot.
Just lol.
Boogie's an idiot, and we shouldn't pay attention to him because that's what he needs.
Yeah.
The Outlaw Gamer for a $10. Now it's clear that Trump's here for a real reason because he's got hit like that. Trump got hit, but he ain't fucking breathing. Thank you. Accident and Seller with a $50. I'm so what?
You're so fucking white, Beardo. You even know what that's
He's translucent.
Yeah. Do you even know what that line is from?
So are you, Mike?
He's almost as white as me.
Is that from Many Men?
I think I'm actually whiter.
Yes, Beardo.
I've been listening to Many Men on repeat for like the past 3 days.
That's wild.
In the gym, I just got Many Men just on blast.
You like Many Men, huh?
Is a great fucking album.
Odin.
You said it, not me.
I used to like you. Accident Seller for a $50. Funny how when Biden in his speech condemned political violence, he conveniently left out Antifa and BLM in his examples. Rules for thee, but not for me. 100%. Eric K with a 5. Ben, try once again to give the others a chance. Do not outshine them all too much. Yeah, come on, Ben. Leave some space for us.
Yeah,
Wolf Spain. Wolf Spain for a $5. Don't forget that companies like BlackRock are trying to pivot from DEI to bridge. You got to listen to Kirsha on this. They will pivot. Harry Brownhole for a $2. DEI, division, exclusion, and ignorance. Sean Agonal with a $5. Where's Odin? You can blame him for needing a refund on my first super chat. LOL, JK. Grand Potato for a $1.99 says, what a low T steam. Steam?
Stream.
Yeah, he spelled steam.
Yeah,
well, what a loser.
What a loser. That's low T. Imagine mispronouncing or misspelling stuff.
I'm pretty sure he sent another super chat later that corrected himself.
Well, don't read that one.
Yeah, ignore it.
Young Rippa.
Rippa.
Oh, yeah.
What's up, Rippa?
What's up, man? What's up?
Mr. Successful shows up whenever he feel like.
No, like I said, this was when we started this goddamn show, this was our time slot. So as far as I'm concerned, I'm on time. Y'all were just 2 hours early.
Yeah, Jeremy just arbitrarily changed it, and Rippa was like, "What? I'm working, man."
Yeah, I got a real job, like got a company to run.
Running a fucking company, man.
He's busy making money.
Oh shit, that's funny. Rippa, you got something coming out? Did you guys reveal something today?
Oh yeah, we did. Right. What shit? Maybe not even a couple of hours ago. We revealed the Blood Roof.
That's right.
It'd be pretty rad if somebody pulled that up and watched it right now. Beardo, I got it.
That'd be pretty cool.
I got it.
Yeah, I got it too. Which one are you gonna pick, Rippa? Which one are we gonna pick, Beardo? Oh jeez, I already had it full screen and everything, man. You just.
Oh wait, do you want to introduce this, Rippa?
Well, Blood Ruth is a upcoming book. This is a well-liked character that was introduced in ISOM #2. It's our first actual horror. We had horror elements in Yaira, but this is like an actual horror book. So it's wrote by, of course, Jenna Sylvia Saska, who better to do that than, of course, them. And this is actually the artwork is going to be by the interior artwork is going to be by the fan art contest winner. That of course got that gig. So this is his gig. So we're revealing the cover here by Kanan White, who's done a lot of our cover A's.
That's awesome.
Hell yeah.
Nice. Kanan White, bro.
Yeah, Kanan White.
Any spoilers?
Well, Kanan White, he's our art director. You guys know him as that. He does a lot of our artwork. He's done covers for us forever. And he's a vital piece to the puzzle that is Rippaverse and making everything go around. So he had some fun with that. We had some fun with it. And it's overall just a great kind of story. The story of Blood Ruth is kind of unique. And again, we finally get to tell a horror story. But just again, how the project in itself came together with it kind of being a natural fit for Jen and Sylvia. As well as, this was a great opportunity for our fan art contest winner and for them to get like 90 pages. Like this is a big book, right? This is like 90 plus pages of story. So this is basically a year's worth of gig for the fan art contest winner. So this is why we always encourage you guys to get in on those contests, because that winner gets a legitimate gig, well-paying gig. We can pay them a great page rate. And man, it's cool to see things coming together. I know people are like, it's like everybody's trying to play catch up now, because I told people, guys, we're acting like a legitimate publisher now. So you never know. I might announce some shit next week. Like you never know. And there'll be a book that'll be coming out. We're not relying on a campaign format anymore. So it's just a real fun time here at the Rippaverse. Real fun time.
Hell
That's
yeah.
awesome.
I love it, man. I love the sort of parallel industry that's being created right now with all this shit, like bringing on new artists, bringing new people to the surface. This is
You said that was one of the
fantastic.
people that won the fan art contest.
Yeah, Michael Montanet was the winner of the was it the ISOM 2, I believe, fan art contest. He did that artwork of Norfolk, ironically that won. So this was like, obviously we promised first place they would either get a long-term gig, could be worth up to tens of thousands of dollars, obviously, and we can also give them a cover. It just depends on what they want to do. And obviously he took us up on the long-term project. So yeah, the winner of the contest is doing the interior for this book. So yeah, it was a great opportunity for him, but also for us. I mean, that's kind of the point of the fan art contest. There are a lot of pros. We've obviously worked with a lot of pros. You guys know Joe Bennett and a lot of the artists that have been around the block. But this is another way to like discover people as well. Of course, we want to get the community involved, but it's also a great way to discover talent. And for them to get this opportunity is awesome. So we here at Rippaverse, we have like a nice mix of people that have been around the block, obviously, for decades, as well as just new talent that are just, you know, they some of them are diamonds in the rough. They are really good at what they do. They just haven't had quite that opportunity. So it's cool that some of those projects are coming together. Hell, the fan art contest winner for the last one that we just did also is starting on his project as well. So, you know, this is a great way to discover new talent.
That's
Hell
awesome,
yeah.
man. Love it.
Yeah, man.
Great
Love that.
stuff, man.
And this
Y'all
is,
see that? Oh,
I know
sorry.
you're gonna say NDA, but like what I've heard, all right, is that
Okay.
this is like this is kind of a little bit of like a jump into horror, like that Blood Ruth, a little bit more of a horror aspect and stuff like that. Can you confirm that that's true?
He already said it.
Yeah, it's
Well, he said yeah, but like I want to hear his.
well, yeah,
thoughts.
it is like okay. So we mixed like obviously definitely with Magus Newmite, the character that's on cover B of Yaira. We mixed in some horror elements with him being in it, but this is like front to back a horror comic book, like top to bottom. It is from the script on down to the artwork. Everything says horror. It spells horror. Like this is if I have to say like what is our like first horror book, it's this one. It's this one right here. So and obviously it's a great character. I introduced her to try to mix those elements of horror as well as fantasy. That was kind of the idea that I had when I first created Bloodroot. And this book for sure is a horror book. It is creepy as hell, and it's just awesome. It's an all around awesome book.
Rippa, how would you rate it in terms of age? I mean, like R-rated, PG-13. How would you rate it?
I would say kind of like what Yaira is, where it's like an older teens is how we generally say. We don't say like PG-13. We usually say like older teens because it's not quite like adult, right? But it is far more appropriate for someone maybe like 16, 17 and up. Because it does have some elements. Parental advisory, nonetheless, is advised for sure on this book because it gets bloody, man. It's really awesome. I mean, that's the character, so it's pretty brutal.
Awesome stuff. Do you have in your bingo card one day to release something R-rated?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
Shit.
Like
Hell yeah.
Yeah, like I want and I don't know how I'm gonna do it. Like we're just trying to test the market. Like you had Yaira, which was again probably up till now the most I don't want to say, like I said, it was for older teens, right? The other ones were maybe for teens and up, but this was for the older teens. This one, Blood Ruth, I would say ranks higher as far as the age group for in comparison to Yaira. So we're just testing the market, trying to see where it's at. Like I don't want to go full heavy metal or anything quite yet. But you know, maybe we do start a line. And also Horseman. Horseman is just in the character, he's a pretty brutal character. So we're just trying to test the market, trying to see, and maybe that it does become a time where, you know, we have like an entire line like that is more geared towards that type of stuff. But it's all about testing the market. But absolutely, we have we would love to do something where like kind of the gloves are off. We just get to kind of do what we want to and entertain like the more brutal aspect of the universe.
Yeah, cool stuff, man. Because R-rated, a lot of people, the first thing they think of is like, oh, it's gonna show nudity and stuff. But you can get R-rated just with the brutality.
Yeah, just with like the sheer violence, man.
Yeah.
And absolutely, it doesn't necessarily need to be like with nudity or anything. So most definitely, with each story, we're just testing the water. Some are more appropriate for it than others. And yeah, I would love to do something like that. And that's the cool thing about this company is that we get to test the waters. We're not going to land on everything. So we get to kind of just drop little nuggets out there. And if the audience bites, we'll do more of it. So most definitely there's some room for that stuff.
Hell yeah.
Love
man.
It's going to be fun.
Cool shit.
I think people are gonna love Blood. They're gonna love everything that we got going. Our Gooding obviously is you can pre-order that right now, but we also have Horseman right after that, which I think a lot of people are going to be excited for. It's the first character that I didn't create that we're doing a story on. Like Horseman is all Chuck Dixon and Joe Bennett's idea, so it's cool
rad.
to kind of see them and their kind of like a unique character that they're creating, obviously for the Rippaverse and in the Rippaverse, but it's all their kind of line of thinking. So it's a very much a Chuck. The people that are fans of Chuck Dixon, it's very much a Chuck Dixon project. So I think a lot of people are gonna love Horseman when it drops.
I have a question.
Awesome stuff.
Yeah.
Do you have anyone else that is currently involved with the Rippaverse as far as writing stories and creating stuff that you said Horseman is the first character that you didn't create? Is there any other characters that are currently being made or worked on that you haven't created as well that are going to appear in future Rippaverse projects?
Yes. And yeah, for sure. There are some characters like we've already announced that Mike Barron, the legendary Mike Barron, is doing another story in addition to Gooding for us. His story has, yes, there's some of the characters that I created, but there's also some characters that he, like a lot of the lead characters that happen that are in his story, are ones that he created. And we all knew this was eventually going to happen, right? We knew that it wasn't just going to be my vision, right? That defeats the purpose. I wanted to,
you got outsource,
right? You know what I mean? I wanted to, we kick things off with all these characters, and yes, like with Blood, Ruth, and Yaira, and Isom, and Gooding, these are all characters that I created. But we knew that with us trying to again make our universe is our biggest selling point. It's not just about one story here, one story there. It's about the entire universe. So a lot of our fans and people that will be attracted to, and newbies that will be attracted to the Rippaverse, are going to be people that are fans of like the co-connected universe aspect. So if we're going to be putting out these stories, we obviously have to kind of divide and conquer. So, I'm writing my stories, doing my thing, but we also have a talented, really big stable of just creatives that are here that are doing their thing, and they are creating just completely unique characters that make sense for the Rippaverse. Some maybe even complement characters that I created, but I didn't conceptualize them, and that's fun. And I think they get a lot out of that, and just in how we kind of navigate contractually here at Rippaverse, those guys benefit from that. If they create a character, they're going to eat off that character, and it like makes it big. They're going to eat off that character for the rest of their life, and I feel like that's how it should be with these creators. Yeah, they're part of the Rippaverse. Yeah, we own the characters, but ultimately they should be able to eat off of that as long as they live. Should a character like, let's say, a Horseman ends up becoming a fan favorite, and we do a future film for him or something like that, which I think would be very doable with a character like that, Chuck Dixon's going to be eating very good with that. So yeah, that's just kind of what's happening here. We got a bunch of creative guys here, and they're developing some of the characters that I created alongside me, but they got some new ones that I think a lot of people are going to love.
How close is ISOM 3?
So ISOM 3 is like right around the corner.
Ripper.
So I will say this, and I don't think this is a Tuesday night's main event exclusive here, actually.
Here we go.
I have not said this publicly. Pencil and ink on ISOM 3 is done.
Let's go!
Cliff finished that, that might have been today we got the final files. So that is done. The ISOM 3 as far as pencil and ink and done. So now all we're doing is, there's pre-press stuff that we have to do, but colors and obviously the letters is all that has to get done. But as far as pencil and ink, which is the bulk of the story, finished. I don't think I've said that publicly yet. So
hell
let's go.
You heard here first.
Yeah. I heard it here first. I'm serious. I think that happened this morning. I think Cliff sent it was either this morning or yesterday night. I can't remember that he had submitted the final file. So those are done. So colors, it just depends. We got the colorist there's some other stuff that he's doing for us as well. So he has some stuff that he needs to wrap up before he jumps into ISOM 3. But he'll be able to run through those fairly quickly once he starts. So we'd like to get it out this year. It is a big book. It is a big book as well, because we had a lot of ends that we needed to kind of tie up between ISOM 1 and ISOM 2 and some of the things that happened in it. But yeah, I'm already conceptualizing kind of what I'm going to do with ISOM 4 as well. But I also have another story that I'm going to write and finish up before then. that I have not
Ice on
announced
4
yet.
Confirmed. Ice on 4 confirmed.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Now we
Most
got him
definitely.
talking. Now there's no NDAs. He's telling us everything.
We got so many leaks here.
Yeah, right. So many leaks there. Yeah, NDA.
Leaks.
Yeah, my bad on that team.
He's
If I
getting
wasn't
text
supposed to say
messages
that.
like, "What are you doing? Stop!" Yeah.
But I'm talking too much. But no, there's a couple of other stories that I'm gonna do before I get on that. Ice and 4 and everything. But I really think people are gonna love this story. Obviously, there's a lot of loose ends, man, and that we needed to kind of tie. And it's just fun, man. Ice on 3 is, to me, Cliff's best work. I think it's my best work for sure up until now, and I think a lot of people are gonna enjoy it.
Yeah, that's rad,
Hell
man.
yeah.
I love that, man. Well, real quick, because we talked about horror, our buddy Danky, he's always cooking. You can never trust him, and he shared something today. Beardo, could you share this clip real quick?
Yeah, let's do it.
I'm gonna mute it. I'm gonna let the music play for like half a second, and then I gotta mute it. But he put together a horror clip of Jeremy creeping on everybody at the RNC. All right, let's play real quick. I'll just play like a little bit of the music. All right, I'm gonna mute it because I don't want to get in trouble.
It's the Halloween.
It's just him in the
It's
background.
the Halloween theme.
This fucking loser, man.
We can just imagine.
Yeah. And because our team is so rad and so good at this, Steph, I think you got it pulled up.
I sure do.
Guess what? You can go get right now.
Right now. Available now.
Limited time.
Very limited time. So
yeah, very limited.
We don't know how long it's gonna be up here. It might just be tonight. It might just be one day, the next couple of days.
Creeper Jeremy.
Whenever Jeremy decides to take it down.
Because we're gonna pull it.
He's in the chat and he says, "What the fuck?" He says, "I didn't approve of this.
I didn't approve this."
24 hours, chat. 24 hours.
24 hours.
24 hours
to get your Creeper Jeremy
to
shirt.
get the Creeper Jeremy shirt, and then it's gone forever.
The Creeper Jeremy shirt that Jeremy did not approve of. You want to get your hands on it.
So in other words, when you're at the next meetup and you're wearing the shirt, we'll know how exclusive it is.
Yeah, and also, like, listen, you don't show up to Tuesday night's main event. This is what happens. You get your face put on a t-shirt. Okay? We were worried for a second. Now we're just making fun of him, bro. Yeah.
Mods are already dropping links in the chat for
I'd love to
this
see it.
extremely limited edition shirt
24
of
hours
Creeper
only.
Jeremy.
Not even.
That's so wild, bro. Look at that. Yeah. So
And
man.
this is what happens.
That's what happens. Yeah, man. You left. You weren't here. You don't get to
You
get
left. You streamed over us.
That's what you get.
What happened?
It's so good, man. Man, Beardo, you got more super chats to read?
Mike.
I just want to keep it up.
Beardo, we're
Mike,
co-hosting.
I'm running
You're
the
not
show.
running the show. No,
I'm
you're
running the
not.
show.
I would never. No
Grand
one
Potato
would
from
do that.
199.
He's power hungry, y'all.
Just listen to Mike. Just
I'm trying to help you.
going on a
so that
power
you don't
trip
have to
here.
do all the plugs yourself. Why
Absolute
don't you
power corrupts.
Beardo, just run the whole show by yourself.
Absolutely, man. What is going on here?
This is wild, bro.
24
I'm
hours.
Run my own streams.
24 hours to get the Creeper Jeremy shirt. Get yours while it's still available.
We already
Thank
plugged
you.
it.
Thank
Super
you.
chats.
I was putting emphasis on the fact that it's
Where are the
24
super
fucking hours
chats? What
only.
are we doing? Keep it moving.
Grand Potato for a 199. Son of a fucking bitch. Grand Potato for a 199. Stream. Fucking autocorrect. Nagranol with a $5. Oh, good. He made it. You can refund my second super chat. As is Wonky Eyebrow with the $2. Fuck you, Jeremy. This is more fun. Hail the 199. Jason Yankovic for a $5. I agree with Dan. Outback has good burgers. Also, their blooming chicken sandwich is my favorite. Escapo with a $2. Am I allowed to say this word on YouTube? Unabomber looking ass Jeremy. Thank you for the $2.
Bomber looking Jeremy.
Bolt Squad Thrust for a $5. This is America, damn it. We don't use those European drinking fountains around here. Mark of Reality for a $5. At Beardo plays with his own butt so much he's probably gay. Thanks for the $5. Beardo's back parking lot wristies for a $5. This talk of wiping has gotten very weird. Coliza for a $2. Wish I can give more. Much love to Geeks and Gamers. Lock it in. Thank you for the $2. Beardo's gay hemorrhoids for a $199. Help us, please. Thanks for the $1.99. The Singing Tigs for a $5. Beardo's Weirdo Homo, Ben Bente Bottom Beach, Mike Ride Dix, Savvy's Batty, Give a Good Wacky, Dan Stands His Gay Fan, Craig, I Got Nothing. Hail the 199. Thank you for the $5. War Wizard for a 199. Beardo Observe, Craig had the balls to show his legs. Dude, I'm in like a 2x2 fucking corner over here.
No, you're not. It's
Just
an
lift
excuse.
it up. Just lift one up.
Just come
Stitch
on,
for
do
a
it.
$5. Dude, that's fucking
Lift
weird,
up the
man.
leg.
You guys are
Just
weird.
show your fucking chicken knees.
You guys
It's
are
not
being weird.
hard.
Come on.
You got
lift it
lettuce
up.
wraps for legs. Jesus Christ.
Dan
Please.
has shown his dirty feet on Twitter. You can lift a leg.
You
Stitch
can do it.
for $5. Hi, Steph.
One day.
Hey.
Celluloid Dream
Don't
with a
use
$5.
me as a standard.
This is weird, man. This is weird. After I take a dump, I flush and then I stick my hand in the bowl to splash water on my ass. Anyways, I can't wait to shake y'all's hands at the next meetup.
Jeez.
Nathan Cassidy for a $5. The word was response. To be fair, Beardo, YouTube autofills words, and I missed that one before sending. Also, Destiny used to be a StarCraft pro. Beardo's back parking lot wristies with another 5. Just ask Ricada whenever he gets clean. Cuck stuff is a bad idea. NTR Uncle for a $5. Damn. Destiny tried to stay in the couch while I railed his ex. Very gross individual. I told him to look through the sliding door like a civilized man. Ira Brownridge for a $5. Gamer words alert. Yeah, Malcolm just let loose there, didn't he?
Bro, Malcolm.
He was angry.
Did you see Malcolm's Booker T moment?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, he let Game Awards just, he just
Damn.
let him off the chain, bro.
He was
and
so
then he
done
caught
with
himself. He's like,
Destiny.
"What's the problem?" We're like, "Yo, it's YouTube." He's, "Oh my god, that was this ain't Twitter, bro. You can't just say that stuff."
Yeah.
Flame M16 for a $2. Malcolm pulled a Beardo when I RC'd him. Thank you. D's Webos for a $199.
There you go.
Look at those.
There's his leg.
Look at him.
There's his
Damn.
leg.
They're
That's
so
when you
skinny,
skip
bro.
leg day.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
rough.
Right, totally.
You could
when
set it
I'll
straight,
say it
just stand
again.
up.
When you have to Photoshop my legs to look small, they're not small.
Show proof. I'm a Photoshop expert. Looks authentic to me.
Yeah, you're full of shit. D's Webos
No.
for a $199. Beardo, see you on D-Day Cobra for Daily tomorrow? I will be on Daily tomorrow. Jay's Minority Friend for a $199. I agree with Malcolm. Roblox Head Leslie Headland for a $2. Ben is the Beardo of Tuesday night's main event.
Damn.
Mo Zamboni for a $2. I think Malcolm Flex was talking about French bread. Dave Chandler for a $5. Dan, have you ever considered a collaboration with Sabaton?
No. They're too big for me. That's what she said.
Accident Seller for a $20. Just one Jedi Trinity defeated the power of many. Pippa Cunningham for a $5 says nothing. Thank you. Lofty Beardo for a $5. Personally, I don't think the Acolyte's beaver, I've seen my fair share in this one, just looks angry and mean. 3.15 out of 10. Lofty Beardo with another $5. It's just a repeat. Thank you for the $5. Ministry of Wrong Thing for a $5. You see the hilarious new updates to the whole Assassin's Creed Shadows fail fest.
Ooh, have you guys seen that? All the stuff about the katana and the sword and the
It's a
stand.
mess. It's a fucking mess.
The whole production of that game is a mess.
Well, yeah, the
They
sword
just don't
was
Zoros.
Amazon ripoff of Yornor Zoro?
Well, so it's a cosplay set. Yeah, it's just a cheap, crappy $40 knockoff set. It comes with all 3 swords and then a stand.
So stupid, dude.
Unknown for a $199. Crap Clown Wars. I think you mean shit Clown Wars. But thank
Shit
you.
Clown Wars.
Roblox Head Leslie Headland for a $5. Beardo, I heard you're a good friend. Is it true you said if Ben got struck by a rattlesnake in his penis that you would gladly suck the poison out? I'd let that motherfucker die. Escapo for a $2.
Wow.
Lady Deadpool going to be Ryan Reynolds in a wig. I doubt it. The Paladin for a $5. Deadpool corpse is pre-Disney Marvel and created by Baton Rouge native Victor Gischler. A multiversal Deadpool stuff was actually written well and so funny. Rolando.
Wait a minute. Can I ask Ben a question?
This is going to be good.
Ben,
Yes.
let's say I lost my arms in a tragic accident.
Okay.
and you invite me over for dinner,
Yep.
and I need to use the bathroom.
Uh-huh.
Would you help me?
You know, as your friend,
Fuck.
I would help you get to the point where you can do it yourself.
And it's number 2.
Nice.
And it's number 2.
I respect that.
I've had to be in situations where I've had to assist elderly people and people who weren't able to do things themselves, and I really, it's not that weird to me.
I respect that.
It happens.
I respect
you know?
that.
So
Everyone in this panel, maybe except Odin, said they would not help me.
Really?
I just
Yeah.
started laughing. Wait, you
I
never
was
asked
never
me
asked
that
that
question.
question.
I never. When I made that question, Savvy.
Yes.
He's gonna ask the same question.
I was never asked that question.
Let's say I lost. No. Would you help me?
I would ask you to politely wait for 30 minutes while I 3D print a contraption to help you.
But she would help
Okay,
you.
so
See?
Ben,
She'll help.
you would help me like the
I'd help you do
minimum.
what you need
would
to
do
do,
the
yeah.
minimum,
Yeah.
the minimum, right? Would you prefer? So you would do the minimum. Would you prefer you were number 1 or 2 since you're helping me?
This man.
I mean, I prefer it be number 1, but sometimes number 2 happens.
Right.
Well, wait a second.
here-
Actually, hold on. I don't know.
If you
if
go
that's
number 2,
necessarily
you
true.
automatically go
Like,
number 1.
I should have just
Yeah.
not showed up.
Yeah.
I should have left after
It's
I.
like-
I don't
because-
understand. I don't understand why helping somebody who can't manage by themselves. I don't
Yeah.
understand what's wrong with that.
Yeah,
Because
what's
it's
wrong
gay.
with that?
There's
Me
nothing
neither.
gay about that.
Absolutely.
It's true.
It's a test of friendship, and Ben was
I mean,
the only
maybe
one
I'm the
who
only
passed.
person who's ever done this before, but it's actually for the person who needs help. It's a very humiliating experience.
Absolutely, man. It's worse for me.
Yeah,
You know?
like they don't want to have to be helped at all, but sometimes that's just what has to happen. So I don't know what to tell you guys.
Speaking
Preach
of
it,
weird,
brother.
creepy things, don't forget that Creeper Jeremy t-shirt
Nice segue.
is available for a limited time, 24 hours only. We have been informed that some of you awesome people in chat have purchased your very own Creeper Jeremy shirt. Let's get to like 50 orders tonight. Can we do that? If you're on the fence,
Let's
just
go.
grab yourself one, because you know you're gonna wear it to a meetup. Okay, you know you're gonna want to wear it to a meetup and stand behind Jeremy and take your own Creeper Jeremy photo. Like you're going to do that. So grab yourself a Creeper Jeremy t-shirt, only available in black.
Yeah.
24 hours. Thanks,
Super chat.
Steph.
You're
Thanks, Steph. Dave Chandler with a $50. Dan, I would help you if Mage Hand from D&D were a real thing.
What's Mage Hand from D&D?
Ben?
Mage Hand is where you can literally send a magical hand to grab something.
Nice.
Yeah.
Rolando A. Ramirez for a $5. I'm gonna watch and laugh Deadpool 3 because they needed 2 white boys to give them false hope. This one movie doesn't mean the other movies will be good. Absolutely. Ira Brownridge for a $5. Really, Jeremy? I can't even super chat the show. Way to be a team player. Roblox head Leslie Headland for a $2. Dan Vask is Captain Brazil.
Hey, I'll mug the bandits. Then I become a bandit myself.
Like Zorro.
Yeah.
Brother Natural for a $2. Any thoughts on the Boogie controversy? I don't care. The
He's
Singing
fat.
Tigs for a $2.
Yes.
Damn, Malcolm with the hard F out of nowhere. Hell yeah. Those of us over at Geeks and Gamers, we do not share the same opinions as Malcolm Flex. We
are not associated with.
We are
distance
not
ourselves.
associated. We are not associated with Malcolm Flex.
Hatred.
We were blindsided by what was said.
He improvised a line, and it was blindsiding to the rest of us.
After much reflection, we do not associate with Malcolm Flex.
We're canceling the whole tour now.
This is the last Tuesday night's main event.
Yes, this is the last Tuesday night main event. So
Roblox
far,
head Leslie Headland for a $2. Savvy, stop cussing. You sound like you swallow.
fuck?
Super Base for a $5. Dan, there are only two types of countries in the world. Countries that use the metric system and countries that have put men on the moon. Well, debatable. Escapo for a $2. Escapo for $2. Odin loves Broadway. Point and laugh. Mike's not here.
Sorry,
Mike's
I have class.
Mike's
no one
not
pointed
here.
and laughed.
It's 'cause
Some
Mike's
Broadway
not
shows
here.
are pretty good.
I'll read it again when Mike gets here.
Old school
Jeremy-
Phantom of the Opera.
Yeah.
God will get
There you
mad at
go.
me if I do.
Jeremy's camera's gay for a $2, and so is Ben and Dan. Emily Kruger for a $2. Happy Tuesday. Hey, happy Tuesday to you. APX Velcana for a $5. Beardo should carry an EpiPen for his allergy to proper reading. It's worse than my bee allergies, and that can kill me. Jason Yankovic with the $2. Hurry up. We are going to miss the Acolyte. Beardo's deeply closeted homosexuality for a $5. The most important love a man can give is the love he has with himself. I mean, for himself. Thanks for the $5. Beardo's back parking lot wristies for a $2. Ben, would you call him a big boy afterwards?
No, that would be freaking weird.
Bruce for a 16-month recommitment. Let's fucking go. Thank you for the 16 months. Streamlabs, Fear the Tardo with a $3. Tardo facing exit Sensal crisis. Jay took Tardo, Hall mirrors. Tardo saw lots other Tardos, said other Tardos not be Tardo. Only Tardo be Tardo. But other Tardos say same thing, same time. Now not know if only Tardo. How many be Tardo? Lock it in. Yay. Thank you very much. Brock with 20 gifted Geeks and Gamers memberships. Holy smokes. Thank you, Brock. Shout out. The Wolfram Heart for an 11 months. Hold the line 199. All praise hurrah. Hashtag rescue Dave Filoni's dog. And Aquaman for 16 months. I hope no one makes fun of Beardo today. I would never do that. I would certainly never create a parody account of him that's ironically now more popular than he is. Leave Beardo alone. Thank you, Aquaman. Z Highness for 16 months. This show is way funnier without the presence of gay Jeremy. Zypher for 12 months. Man, TDS at its best. Sad, to be honest. Losing a loved one is something no one should wish on someone else. Celluloid Dream for 6 months. I'm here because of Bent.
Thanks, Celluloid.
If you like David JJ for 15 months, Microsoft is implementing the Bridge Initiative. It is pushing the DEI into the core of every business. Get Kirsha on. Diz the Jizzbot for 13 months. Beardo's obsession with clean butt confirms not only he loves corn the long way, but with butter and being the catcher in a relationship. Thank you for the 13 months.
What's wrong with having hygiene?
Absolutely nothing. I don't think Diz the Jizzbot showers or has a bidet, clearly, because it's fucking awesome.
Imagine not having a bidet.
Bidets are fantastic.
Life changing.
Pippa Cunningham became a new channel member. Thank you, Pippa. Unapologetic Art for 17 months. Destiny loves clean up duty when the bull finishes with his wife. Likely. Westward Smile for 16 months. Bad timing after today's daily. Jesus Davila gifted 2 Geeks and Gamers memberships. Thank you. Stitch gifted a membership. Hub for 14 months. Seriously, somebody call Jay to save this stream. I think we're doing a good job. Thanks to Mike. Ryan Kinnell's Gay Subconscious for a $20. I'm no fan of Doomcock. All others are fine. Roblox head Leslie Hedlund for a 5. Hey, Ripa, did you hear about Trump's assassination attempt?
No, it's just news to me.
That for the first time.
First time.
You're telling me that
I'm
for
hearing
the
this
first time.
for the first time. I got shot in the ear.
Does people say it's fake?
The Fro-verse for 13 months. 2 super chats and beyond. Thank you. Egg Roll for 17 months. And by the way, chat, these are last week's super chats and member messages. So we're going to catch up on some of those. Brock gifted 20 Geeks and Gamers memberships last week as well. Egg Roll for 17 months. Who are the guests? Amanda Allen. Oh, Egg Roll was on last week, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Amanda Allen for 1 month. Thank you, Dan and Beardo. Without you two, I would have never found the rest of you. You all rock and make me laugh. Thank you,
Let's
Amanda
go.
Allen, for the 1 month recommitment. BMCCB for a 16 months. Let Jay speak. Richard Waring for 8 months. Why is Gary not on the board? Jessica Haggerty became a channel member. Tulls gifted 5 memberships. Spirian with a $25. Devin Soria with a 6 months. Hail Tuesday night's main event. I started a new job and it's going great. Unfortunately, I worked through most of my favorite shows, so I wanted to sneak in and say hi. Well,
Wait just a second. Can you hear this? I hear this little...
The rumbling. There's like a demon underneath someone's desk, and it's slowly
not me.
growing.
I hear it.
But I hear it too.
Really?
Yeah.
Since when?
Now it just went away.
Yeah.
But I heard it.
It was Ben.
Last few minutes.
It's probably me.
It's Ben because
Mike is pretty loud.
Wait, now it sounds like a toilet in like another room that's like constantly
Sorry about that.
gurgling.
Philip
Someone-
Johnson for a 4 months. Anyone else spend the last little bit of their theater time cussing The Force Awakens out of their worth after Han Solo was murdered? I had that ruined for me, actually. I was standing in line the first night, midnight release, with my dad. People in the earlier showing came out and said, Han Solo dies by his son, Kylo Ren, to all the people waiting in line to see Force Awakens.
I kind of respect that. I kind of respect,
especially in hindsight.
But how did you guys first felt on that? Before it was before The Last Jedi,
right?
Ground.
They did that because they were pissed.
Han Solo died, and The Last Jedi didn't exist yet. How did you guys feel about that?
Not happy.
The movie, I didn't hate the movie when I first watched it, but I did think that Han Solo went out like a fucking bitch.
Dude,
but I also know that Harrison Ford wanted to die in that
He
movie.
wanted to die back in the original trilogy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was out. To this day, I didn't watch The Last Jedi and the other fucking one. I was already out on The Force Awakens because of what they did with Han Solo. I was already like, fuck this.
Yep.
But this was like, I know I'll probably get shit in the chat for this, but before I did realize that they did not have a plan and they were like completely making it up as they went along,
right?
I legitimately thought that was always the plan. That Han knew that Kylo was struggling, and he knew that had to happen, and basically was like sacrificing himself so that his son could like keep the ruse. You know,
you tried to make it make sense.
That's the
what I hoped, because
that's the way I looked at it too.
That Kylo was forcing himself to like be a dark side user to try to infiltrate and stop Snoke in the First Order, and that was like the rumor that maybe it was going around. But yeah, and then it was like, oh no, they just did it because they did it.
But that would have been such a because I felt the same way as you, Mike. That would have been so much better of a way to go with Kylo as a character in general.
You had a lot of faith. You guys,
because the point is like, if you watch that movie without any of the context, Kylo is constantly in a situation where he's forcing himself to feel pain, and he's forcing himself to like deal with the like, we've never heard a character talk about struggling to be like a light side user and feeling like drawn to the light and stuff. Like, so I thought that maybe it was like, hey, I'm doing this for the greater good, because that's been explored in other stories. Like in Knights of the Old Republic 2, there's a whole breakdown of like Revan becoming a Sith Lord so that he could like unite the Republic against one common enemy, so they were ready for future enemies, which is very much like stolen from Dune and things like that. But it's an interesting concept in the Star Wars universe to try it. So I thought they were kind of going in that direction with it, and then they were like, no, we had no plans whatsoever. And then Rian Johnson was like, what if? And we were like, please don't. And he's like, what if? And we're like, don't. And then he did all the things that we didn't want him to do, and it was terrible. So
yeah.
I feel like most people were like at least interested enough into the ideas that were laid down in The Force Awakens, but then once The Last Jedi came around, it's like, okay, yeah, now everything in hindsight is just not good at all.
All of that to be said, Kylo Ren was still the best part of Disney's Star Wars sequel trilogy.
Good job.
And that's mostly because of
dropped
Adam Driver.
A mostly not hot take.
Yeah.
Probably
I would say only his SNL skit where it was the undercover boss.
That's
Well, that was such a great
the radar
skit.
That is funny.
The radar
That
tech,
is
yeah.
funny.
That's so good.
Somebody said, why did somebody? I saw somebody in chat said, why did Harrison Ford not want to do it anymore? Because
He
after
didn't
the
want to
second
do it back in
movie,
the day either.
well, Han Solo, he was like Han Solo, like had his hero arc. He turned into a good guy. He's like, that's his arc. He doesn't need anymore. And George Lucas is like, yeah, but like it's like poetry. And he was like, all right, I'll come back for all the money you're throwing at me. And then,
Well, and George Lucas has even said that Harrison Ford said to him that he, like, one of Harrison Ford's biggest like obsessions in some of like early acting days was he always wanted to have a scene where he had a heroic death. So that's why he wanted to die.
I get the feeling that he just likes the role.
And he didn't get that in either of his like most iconic roles. They just like let him become an old grumpy man. Yeah.
I get the feeling that he doesn't like to play Han Solo. Like clearly, Indiana Jones was always his main thing, and he didn't like Han Solo. That's the impression that I get. Sorry, Steph.
That's okay. You know who looks like an old grumpy man? Creeper Jeremy. Creeper Jeremy looks like an old grumpy man without a plan. So don't forget, you guys, these are limited edition. Limited edition. 24 hours only. Get your Creeper Jeremy shirt today.
Have we sold any yet, stuff?
Oh,
Yes, we've sold a few more since I last pulled it up. We want to get to 50 shirts. How many, Beardo?
We want 50 shirts tonight.
50 shirts tonight. So
Guys,
mods
we can
are
do that.
dropping the links in the chat.
Easy.
Get yourself a Creeper Jeremy
Can
shirt.
do it.
Yeah.
Fluffy Panda with a $5. I had a DNA scare where doctor said that Beardo was my dad, but Doc looked at my legs and realized that they are way too yoked to be related to that chicken leg. You guys are fucking retarded, man.
Finish the read.
Eric K for a $2. Savvy, I swear I just saw a spider on your chair.
No, you didn't.
Matt
Dude, tomorrow's
HTX.
leg day. Fuck leg day, man.
Dude,
Sorry,
I hit
go
legs
ahead.
yesterday at my new gym.
Beardo, stop trying to fit in. New gym, yeah, right. You got fucking limp lettuce on your fucking legs there, all right? Your bones are literally brittle beans in a can still. Like, fucking calm down.
She's gonna keep telling you this until you show your legs on
Just
screen.
stand up.
That's so fucking weird, man. That's weird.
What? It's weird that a woman wants to see your legs?
Imagine if I said, hey, Savvy, show us your feet on stream.
Okay,
That'd be fucking
show
weird.
your legs and I'll
That'd
show
be
you.
fucking weird.
It would be weird that
do
people.
it.
There'd be like a
Hey.
group of the people in chat that go, I get it. Like a girl being like, hey, I want to see your legs. No, I'm not going to show you my ripped, jacked body. I refuse because you're calling it small and skinny. And
Savvy
it
is
just-
proud of her little Egyptian feet. Okay.
I am. I am so proud,
Hey,
and I'd be
listen,
more
when
than happy to
people-
show them off.
When
Hold
people
on,
stop
Ben.
asking is when they'll fucking get it.
Ben, don't call people's feet. Don't say Egyptian feet ever again, please.
But they are Egyptian.
They
I know,
are.
but you can say it, but I don't
That-
want to hear
yeah,
Ben
that's
talk
true.
about people's
That's true.
feet shape. It's weird.
How
Frankly,
can you
I
be
feel like I should
American
call
and your
somebody-
feet be Egyptian?
Because that's my genealogy.
America doesn't even have a border with Egypt. That's
I know.
not possible.
I'm a first generation American.
All right, so we're going on 3 hours.
Then your
I'm going to
feet are
fucking power
American.
through.
No.
Yeah, we got the
Like,
acolyte.
keep it
back.
moving.
I would understand if your feet could be Mexican.
Do you
Like
understand how
you're
genealogy
born
works?
close to the border. What's that?
No, because
Do you
everybody in
understand-
Brazil is from Brazil.
Yeah, but well, what?
Yeah,
I know,
everybody in
I'm
Brazil
just
is from
messing with
Brazil.
you.
Here in America,
Portuguese.
we
Hey,
come from all over.
hey,
Yeah.
I just want to point out that the acolyte starts
Stop
soon,
pointing
so we
things
need to
out,
we
Ben.
need to just keep.
Stop
I
pointing
literally
things
just
out.
fucking
Sorry.
said we're going on 3 hours. I'm going to power through because we're going to try to end it as
Oh.
3
Keep
fucking
moving.
hours.
Okay, but
Matt
show those
HTX
cats.
for
Moving.
25 months. Hail Tuesday's main event, Trump 2024. Grand Potato for a 109. Beep Ripa. Did you hear something? Roblox head Leslie Hedlund with a $5. It's a smoke alarm joke. Roblox head Leslie Hedlund for a $5. Savvy's feet look like that creature from Where the Wild Things Are.
Oh my God.
I've actually heard that. I've heard that.
Oh, you heard that, have you?
Kiwi
heard
Classic. Kiwi Classic with a $2. First time here. Kia Aura girls and boys. Hey, Kia Aura. Yeah, I
We're
agree.
just ignoring that Beardo knows about Savvy's feet lore.
Yeah, it's
It's-
fine because
no,
he's
it's
got
just
a
what
little
I heard.
carrot bone.
It's just what I heard.
Rumors, people have
It's
come
just
to
what I
talk to me.
heard that it looks like a
A
fucking
lot of people
spider's
on both
nest.
sides. They've come to me.
A
They
lot of
say,
good people
"Listen,
on both sides.
Is that
he has-
Jeremy?
She has weird feet. I've heard it. I've seen the feet. I've
I'll
looked
show
at them.
feet if he shows calves. It's not that hard.
We
It's
just
a
want to
fair
see your
trade.
calves, Beardo.
Just
We
show
wanna
us
see
your
your
calves.
I've heard
So check
I've
to
heard
be
the rumors
happy.
about her feet. They're quite ugly.
She has the feet of a mummy.
She's got an only feet account. She sold like
Much
what
like-
I heard, like one picture, one.
Much like Joe Biden's
just what I heard.
feet.
All about that trade
Like a
with China.
mummy.
I heard that
Like
their feet
Joe
If you don't
Biden.
want, if you don't
When
want
I
to turn out
see
like
her
Sleepy
feet,
Joe,
I get like Joe Biden. I get
She
I
doesn't
heard that her
petrified.
feet. I've heard that her feet look like they got ran over by a steamroller.
You know what? At least
they look
my
about as
feet-
bad as
people-
Grandma on Thanksgiving.
I don't even know where I'm going with this. Fuck you, show calves.
She has a cat. Its name is
Vagina.
His name
Man,
is
that name for that
Vagina.
cat. What a horrible
man,
name for the cat. Almost as horrible as Savvy's feet.
There was, speaking of vaginas,
I
there was,
want to see
Oh
her
man,
feet.
we're trying to read super chats. I want to get out of
Westward
here.
Smile for a $2. Did Ben just say speaking of vaginas? The fuck are we doing, dude? Let me power through. Holy shit. Westward Smile for a $2. Beardo, show your cake to prove that you squat. You're not ready for that. Dave
Bro,
Chandler for a
everybody's
$5.
asking for this.
Steph, I bought a Creeper Jeremy shirt. Now, can someone please tell me where I can wear this fucking shirt without being arrested? Philip Johnson for a 4 months. Anyone else spend the last little bit of their theater time? Oh, I read that one. Thank you. Bill Sotheby for a 24 months. Why does Beardo's beard smell like Ben's brown eye and burnt Vaseline? Eric
Why do you know
Guidewall
what
gifted
it smells
5
like?
Geeks and Gamers memberships. Grand Potato with a $5. Of course, Savvy would have seen Sketch's gay photos. This is the same woman who shipped Kylo and Hux and touched another woman. And she's got ugly feet. Empty-headed for a 15 months. Beardo, you should.
Feet, they're the worst.
They're the worst.
At least I have
many
feet
people.
unlike
They're the
your
worst.
calves
The
that are not
toenails,
existent.
very long, very yellow.
Okay, that might be true. Well, not the
Empty-
yellow part. They might be a little long right now.
Empty-headed for a 15
Not the best
months.
color. Not setting the best.
She doesn't even paint her toenails. They're yellow and gross.
I don't paint my toenails. Fuck that.
Empty-headed for a 15 months. Beardo, you should try Chivalry too. Mike thinks you suck at it. Want to see if he's right or wrong. Also, hail egg roll. Didn't realize you were Asian. War Machine for a gifted 5 gifted Geeks and Gamers memberships. Thank you. Mr. Monkey for a 9 months. Blade takes the fight. Kelly Paulson for an 8 months. Mike is full of poop and Batman rules. Headcase Laboratory for a 5 months. I am vengeance. I am the night. I am Batman. Also, suck it, Mike. Batman always wins because Batman is Batman. Also, Batman has beaten Dracula.
Batman always wins because prep time. If he has enough prep time, he can beat anybody.
Mike, I'm trying to power through, and it's
He
because
can fight
he's
Dr.
Batman.
Manhattan. He can beat up Dr. Manhattan.
Shadow
in prep
Saiyan with a
time.
$5. Steph asking if we like the Gladiator is like asking, do you guys like breathing? Elsa Barrett for a $20. This stream has no holes, barred edge of your seat, adrenaline-fueled thrill ride. And then Jay showed up. Grand Potato for a 199. I agree with Whoopi. Jay, thank you. Maximus BT for a 199. Jay saw Breets. Cellular Dream for a 199. Bree's feet is better than Savvy's feet. This is true. The King, the Singing Tigs for a $2. Rest in peace, Dan. Said you're slacking on the collab. Hurry up. Grand Potato for a 199. I did not pull a Biden. Jay. Tatsu Sama for a $2. Says Jay. Jesus Davila gifted a membership. Steven DeLeon for a $2. Savvy has project feet. River Miles for a $10. Dan, that well water gave you a beautiful voice at the expense of also being gay. Roger for a $2.49. Batman is always prepared. Blade stands no chance. Kiwi Classic for a $2. New to the chat. Hello all. Jay, I just subbed to you. Lisa Kenyon for a $20. Hey, gang, especially Beardo, Jay, and Dan. This is only the second time I've watched this show, and you all have great chemistry. You'd be perfect if you threw an X-Wing as well, but the show is great. Love to all of you. Thank you for the $20, Lisa. Deeple with a $5. Is there a contract issue with theaters cannot just fill screens with movies that will actually draw people? Imagine a 3-week lead up to Beverly Hills Cop 1, 2, 3 for Axel F. Hail the panel and the 199. Deeple with a $5 says Craig with PC steadily taking over gaming. Why have RTS games not made a return? Old Blizzard made masterpieces with Warcraft and StarCraft. THQ with Dawn of War, etc. The genre has just disappeared. Kodiak with a $2 says fave game intro Homeworld. Kodiak with another $2. We have to have Battlefield Bad Company 3. Haran the Blue for a 10 months. Thinking about the fact that the signs behind Trump said fired. Yeah, it's a dog.
Such a cute
Yeah,
dog.
look at the dog. We're trying to talk to the dog.
Wow, Beardo. Beardo hates
trying
dogs.
to power through.
I love
trying to
dogs.
power through it all.
Just kidding.
Yeah, but there's a cute dog.
He hates dogs.
It's
He
adorable.
hates dogs. I've seen it.
Rippa, what's
I
your
love
dog's
dogs.
name? What's your dog's
Dogs
name?
might be the
They
best.
come to me. They said he hates dogs. He can't stand them. He says they smell.
I wanna know
He
what
doesn't
the
like
good-
the
He was
hair.
spending a lot of time with Christy Gnome. All
They
right.
drink out of his bidet. He couldn't wash his ass.
My dog is very good looking, unlike Savvy's feet.
Is your dog a boy or girl, and what's its name?
It is a female dog. It's a
Yes,
German
that is
Shepherd. And
He was talking about Rippa's dog. You know?
Damn,
name's Cammy.
listen to this guy.
Cammy?
Yeah, like Street Fighter character.
I can't.
that's awesome.
Nice.
I love it.
Yeah.
Big fan.
I love dogs.
Jeremy's Camera's Gay for $2. And Odin 2. Grand Potato for 109. Why are you reading old supers? Because we read every single super. Not George Floyd with a $20. Savvy probably has Greek feet with a gigantic middle toe like many other artists do. She's doing us a favor by not showing them.
I have beautiful little Egyptian feet that can peel bananas. Fuck you.
What's the Egyptian
Peel
feet
bananas?
about?
The Egyptian feet is the perfect foot. The big toe is the longest, and it has a polite slope from toe length.
A polite slope?
Yes, it's very polite.
Yeah, it's not a rude slope, Dan.
All right, well, that
how
concludes
much
the
Ben
Tuesday
knows
night's main event. We are all caught up on Super Chats. Shout out to the mods for holding it down in the chat and all the engagement. Thank you guys for all the recommitments, the gifted memberships, and the donations and the Super Chats. Hopefully, Jeremy will be here next Tuesday.
Pull that up, Beardo.
Cool.
Jamie, pull that up.
Jamie,
that
pull it up.
large. Pull it up,
Epic
Jamie.
Mike, what do you got going on, brother?
So I am currently dealing with a plumbing emergency at my house. So I'm not going to stream tonight, but we'll be streaming tomorrow. Sneak Meek.
He
We're
clogged
rocking
his
it, bro.
toilet.
Sneaky Meek.
Yeah. No, I'm actually replacing a toilet, like completely replacing one.
Put a
Because he
bidet on.
destroyed it?
No.
Sorry.
It's my kid's toilet, actually. But like, yeah.
You
so
threw your kids in the toilet?
Yeah. That's really, yeah. You just throw them in there. It's it's clean water.
It's normal.
It's good for
Just
him, you know.
toss them in there. Yeah, you'll be all right. Just swim.
Just swim.
But yeah. So Sneak Meek next tomorrow. Metal Gear Solid 2 playthrough. We're having a blast with that. I just fought a vampire.
What part are you in?
I just killed the vampire guy.
Right.
Yeah, where he could walk on water and then he drowned in the water. And I was like,
oh,
what
it's
are we
annoying.
doing?
It's
Yeah.
annoying. It's annoying.
But now we're starting to get into the conspiracy part of this game, and it's a little concerning. Because it's real topical.
It's
Yeah, I was
deep,
like, oh.
man. It's deep. Yeah.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
Pretty bad.
Madam Savvy, what are you up to?
Not skipping leg day. And
Sure.
I am attempting to stream RimWorld, I guess daily this week. I don't know if that's really gonna work. Today was very stressful, so that's fun. We're also less than 1,000 watch hours away from being remonetized. Very cool.
Nice.
Cool.
And
running on stream.
Beardo's literal fucking calves look like my bicep. Guarantee it. This is your leg. That's what it looks like. Prove
Skinny.
us wrong. Look at that. Look. That's what you got.
She
That's
went
all
full
you
New
got.
Yorker with it, Beardo.
I did.
Seriously.
That's you. That's your leg.
That's your leg.
You
It's
got
tiny.
it.
Or what you're working with.
It's very
Bicep
skinny
don't-
leg. I've seen them.
Bring it
They're
up.
very small.
Odin,
My feet
what
may
the
be
hell you got
ugly,
going
but
on,
your
man?
legs are
Good to have you
skinny.
here on the
Of all
Tuesday
the
night's
people
main
to say what the
event.
hell you got
Odin,
going on to,
baby.
it's Odin.
It's been a lot of fun. Thanks for having me. You can find me at OMB Reviews. I got a box office preview video coming up next couple of days, box office breakdown Sunday, and also make sure you check out geeksandgamers.com. Do box office breakdowns articles there every single week, and then I think tomorrow I'm helping to co-host Geeks and Gamers Daily with you,
Hell yeah.
Weirdo, actually.
I'll see you there.
So you
tomorrow
better
morning.
do your legs by then. Okay.
I hit legs yesterday, man. They're sore.
Fucking sure, dude.
sore.
Fucking sure, dude.
Motherfucker, I did.
Yeah, right. Where's the
I
proof?
texted
Fucking
Dan
stand
yesterday
up.
right the fuck after, and I said, Dan, I just fucking killed legs.
Wow, I can arbitrarily
before-
text someone too and claim I did something, like when I told my husband I did the fucking laundry when I didn't. God.
Well, now he knows.
Well,
Yeah.
he kind of knew.
Are you
Anyway.
saying I'm Beardo's husband?
Yeah, the fuck is that supposed to mean?
What? That's
That's
guess.
weird.
Well,
pretty
you're the
gay,
one
man.
texting him. Why are you texting another man? Oh, it just did leg days. You're probably fucking snoozing on the couch.
Because me and Dan
because
have
we
a
encourage
podcast.
each other.
Yeah,
It's
well,
like
he doesn't have. shit.
We keep
Look at
each
my
other
legs, Dan.
disciplined.
I
Have you
did
seen
leg
his
day.
legs?
Look at him.
Look
So
at my
Dan,
legs.
Today,
Dan, have
today,
you
I,
seen his
today I
legs?
hit back. Today I hit back and a little bit of forearms, and I texted Beardo, and he replied, "Let's fucking go!"
But did you see his legs?
Did he send
could
you a
be
picture?
Lying to you.
Did he
I
send you a
don't. I
picture?
don't ask for beautiful pictures.
Then how do you know?
And I had chest day
He
today.
said beautiful
I did
pictures.
chest and triceps today.
But
Feeling
Weirdo,
nobody
just
knows
post it
if
on
you do
Twitter.
legs.
We just need to see your legs. Just do it.
We just
I did
Just
legs
show them to
yesterday.
us. It's gonna be fine.
It's fine if your legs are so nice
Listen,
and post
I
them
might
on
have
there.
like one of the most intense leg routines there is.
But I don't understand
Lounging
how
on the
Beardo
couch.
got the skipping leg day meme when I'm the
came
one who
from nowhere.
constantly complains about leg day. I absolutely hate leg day. My leg days are like the next
normal
day. I feel
person.
kind of
Yeah, but we
useless.
see you walk around in your room, so
The
we know you
other-
have legs.
And we can see your knee right now. Look at that. Where's Beardo's knee? You probably don't even have any. They're so fucking decayed.
His
This
legs
dude
are
is
prosthetic.
absolutely
I
the
know
worst.
this for sure. I've seen them. They're not real
Your
legs.
legs are just a marrow. No
he takes them
bone.
off.
Just a
He
I
marrow.
sent some projecting. Projection at its finest.
Yeah, fucking started, man.
No,
Dan
no.
motherfucking Vask. What do you got going on, Dan? Thank you for being here.
Hell yeah. Watch my shit. Listen to my shit. Buy it. Send me money.
Yeah.
Dan Vask, my main channel. Super Vask 3D, my gaming channel. I was supposed to stream some Zelda for the Famicom today, but I didn't feel like it. Well, I will. I will.
So watch
I
his
will
shit.
stream. Watch my
his
shit.
Steph, my nerdy home. You streaming tonight?
Yeah, I'll probably be streaming tonight later on. But you know who never skips leg day and who's not afraid to show off his legs? You know who? Creeper
Hell
Jeremy.
no.
That's right. He's got to keep them toned. He's got to keep the legs toned in order to creep around.
I've
and
never seen
follow
Jeremy's
different
legs.
people, okay?
Because he wears those skinny jeans with rips in them. That's why.
No, he's got baggy jeans. That
He
was
has
the
shown
picture
his
that was
legs off
posted.
on stream. I am 100% sure of it.
It's the
100%
pre-ripped
of it.
jeans. That's what it
Even
is.
Not
It's
a
the
Beardo
pre-ripped
has
jeans.
his shown off his
He
legs
never
'cause he's
skipped leg day.
embarrassed.
He's got to keep it up in order to follow around and be a creeper. So get your Creeper Jeremy t-shirts. They're only available for 24 hours. We're actually
24
halfway
hours.
through our goal. So good job, chat.
Nice.
Yeah.
Let's go,
Let's
baby.
reach the goal by the end of the evening.
Hell yeah.
Keep those orders coming.
Eric K with the $2. Beardo and Dan are sharing glute pictures. That's weird. Jeremy's
It's still
camera's
not
gay
legs.
for a $2. You just got to do 1 day of leg work live. I'm actually thinking about doing some workout streams or some fitness.
you are.
Fitness. I guess influence.
Fitness this pizza in
videos.
his mouth. Yeah. hmm
Got him.
Damn.
We haven't
This
even
is
said
just
goodbye
getting.
to
This is just
Ben.
getting weird at this point.
We haven't said
This is
goodbye to
getting weird.
Ben. We haven't said goodbye to
I'm
Ripple.
catching up
We're
on the
just-
super chats. I know I'm
What are
catching
we
up on the super
doing?
chats. Roblox
What are
had
we
Leslie
doing,
Hedlund
man?
for a $2. Beardo. Savvy is just jealous because she wants to be a man.
Why would I ever want to be a man? Y'all sit down and you crush your fucking balls. I don't want
That's
that.
true.
Fuck. That's
No,
That
terrible.
happens.
I man spread.
I do
You could
too,
still
but I
crush
still
your
sit
balls.
on
I
it.
man spread.
Dude,
Yeah.
that is the saddest thing, by the way. People always like, oh my God, feel bad for women. We have to bear children. No, dudes just exist and your balls are like, you got to work around that.
This is
I
true.
don't
It's the
want
hardest
that.
thing ever being a man.
I went through half a stream sitting on one of like part of my nut, and I didn't realize it. And then I went
Dude,
to go
that's
stand up. I was like,
unhealthy.
"Oh no!"
Rip his-
And it was too long. It was like, "Oh no, it hurts." Come on, y'all have all done it.
Look, I'm a
Okay,
nut
I'm just admitting
sympathizer,
it.
okay? Like, I get it. Life is hard.
War Wizard with a 199. Now I feel bad. Beardo is a paraplegic. Thank you for that 199. Benology.
John Morrow.
Benology with 2 Ys. What's up,
Two
Ben?
Ys, yeah. What's up? You can sub to me on YouTube and you can follow me on Twitter. I'm gonna be on the Alex Cuesta show tomorrow, I believe. Tomorrow, Wednesday. So if you guys never heard of him, he and his brother have a great show and it's a small YouTube channel, so go sub to them. But I'm gonna be on that show tomorrow, so feel free to
When are
tune
you
in.
streaming again?
You know,
It's been 5
Soon?
fucking days, Ben.
soon I'll be streaming soon.
Benology with 2 Ys. Go watch my
Sorry,
streams.
I've been a
play
little-
Star Citizen doesn't work. That's why
I've
he
been a
doesn't
little-
stream.
I've
I
been a
forgot
little-
the game is broken. It's an alpha. Don't
The
go
game
play
is
Star
broken.
Citizen. Okay, I'm sorry, guys. I'm playing something.
Go and follow
You know who
Been a
never
little
forgets
Analogy with
preoccupied.
2 eyes.
Stream
You know who
on
never
your
forgets
fucking
to
channel.
stream? Creeper Jeremy.
Creeper Jeremy.
Always streaming.
What?
He never
Yeah.
forgets to stream, and you can immortalize this. Okay, we have it immortalized on a T-shirt. We are more than halfway to our goal. We are now more. We have crossed the halfway point. We are
Look at
more
that.
than halfway through this goal. You chat, you fucking rock. Chat,
Yeah.
you rock. We want to reach that
Rock.
50. Get yourself a Creeper Jeremy shirt today. Look at Jeremy's stupid face on this. On this t-shirt. You know you want to wear it, okay? Wear his face on your shirt, all right? Wear his face on your chest, and then say
Now
hi
you
to him
just
at a
made it
meetup.
weird.
Take a Creeper photo behind him. It'll be awesome.
You can take him to creep everywhere.
There you go.
Yeah.
Young Ripa the Black Walt Disney. What are you doing, brother?
I will be. What do I have this week? I guess ripping the silverback tomorrow. But other than that, you can follow me. Well, don't follow me. Follow the Ripperverse at Ripperverse or the Ripperverse, depending on what form of social media you're on. Or just go to ripperverse.com and go grab some books, pre-order Gooding, and be on the lookout for Horseman coming very, very soon. And yeah, we appreciate everybody's support. And I got here a little late, but it was a fun time.
And
That's wise, actually. When you minimize your calls to action, people are more prone to follow it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wise words.
Something-
Wise words.
That's why I
People
just say,
forget.
watch my shit.
Yep.
And
Hit
then
that like
tomorrow, Bro Science, episode 12.
Bro
at 2
Science.
p.m.
Is Mike going to be on Bro Science tomorrow?
Maybe. I will talk to you about that after the stream.
Again?
Maybe.
I got a lot going on.
Bro Science, episode 12, 2
So
p.m.
okay.
Eastern time tomorrow on the Fear the Beardo YouTube. And that's about it. Again, shout out to all the mods holding it down, the gifteds, the super chats, everybody. We got one more, a few more here. Akito with the $5. Beardo, Owat, Tasi Ligo CM. Now say it all together as fast as you can. I'm not going to do that, but thank you for the $5. Exarcoon for a $10. Beardo doesn't skip leg day. There's clearly footage of Beardo and Dan riding bikes at a Disney Pride Parade. Thank you for the $10. All right, chat. That's it. We're out of here. Tuesday night's main event. We'll catch you guys on
Thank you,
Daily
Jeremy.
tomorrow. Jeremy's Creeper shirt, 24 hours. Get yours. Wow.
Go buy it.
While they're live.
Go buy it, or
Go buy the
will show
shirt.
up and show her your feet. She'll show her feet to you.
It'll
be
help us
terrifying.
make it
She'll
out to
show those ugly little fucking rat feet.
That
If
big,
you buy the
beautiful
shirt.
I'm willing to show them,
She
unlike
can peel
Beardo,
bananas
who's a
with
coward.
them. She's got the gorilla grips for her toes. It's
I
terrifying.
want to hang out with this guy.
She can open up door handles like a velociraptor.
I can.
It's,
So make sure you
it's
buy the
quite
shirt.
a scene. It's very bizarre.
It's terrifying.
but I
Go buy
like
the
it. I
shirt.
like it a lot.
It's quite
We don't
bizarre.
like it. We do not like it at all. Go buy the shirt, please.
When I see creepy Jeremy, I get like Joe Biden. I get petrified, like a mummy.
Like a mummy. Like a mummy. All right.
Oh, by the way, we just watched Star Wars Theory. He starts screaming at his screen.
No way.
He just screamed. He
Well.
said "fuck off," and now he's yelling at the camera. So
Things look
Wait, check in,
promising.
No
check in.
spoilers. No spoilers.
Can we
I'm
check
about to
in?
watch
Also,
it.
Nerdrotic
He
is
is-
live doing a
he
watch
is-
party, so if you want to
Okay.
check him
Members
out.
only.
Okay, cool.
Shout out
Cool.
Theory.
he is
Shout out
pissed,
Theory, too.
man. Yeah,
Dude, I
he's
can't wait
upset.
to watch it. Let's go.
Okay,
Pretty sure
hold on.
Az
All
will
right.
have some great
Promising.
commentary tomorrow. So watch Ripping the Silverback.
There you
Absolutely,
go.
man.
Yeah.
Watch Rip of the Silverback. Go watch Nerdrotic Star Wars Theory right now. Rip Silverback tomorrow. Bro Science tomorrow. And Geeks and Gamers Daily. And also Chris Gore over on Film Threat doing the
Yes, Frank Gore.
funeral for Star Wars as well tomorrow. All right, chat. Hey, we love you. Tuesday night's main event out. Who do I want to?
Let's talk games.